Are we here now? Let's go. Already drink the coffee? Yeah, that's right. What's up, S Fire Emblem? Papalato. Welcome in. Hello, welcome to my coffee. It's done. No, I actually already had the coffee. I guess I have like half a cup left, but yeah. I already drank it, but I will have a drier jump scare in like a minute, so we'll see. Should have it done. Welcome in though. Who else is here? Quentin, Arco, glad to have you. Septi, Fred Resurrection time. That's right. Get the pom-poms out. Yeah, we're going back into chapter 5 again. Hopefully I don't have a such a boneheaded play, like whatever, but you know, whatever. It's my mistake. So we'll just go back and get them. But yeah, we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back. Let's go ahead and check out where exactly we were, because I think I just had the save state from it. Ah, yeah, no. The Exalt and the, yes. The Exalt and the King. I don't know why this chapter is called the Exalt and the King. I actually have no idea. Yeah, we're going back in. So yeah, this is what we're doing. Now let's take a look here. I'm actually unsure whether or not I wanted to change anything. Like for example, do I want to? By the way, welcome in Septi, welcome in Den Pikachu and Kakeru. Was this map that took the life of Fred? Yeah. So what happened was, at some point, I had Frederick here with like a Myrmidon rather in front of him, and then like a whole bunch of enemies just chilling out behind. Right? Whoa, Shamir. Yeah, I got Shamir. And I had a whole bunch of enemies chilling out behind him, and the Myrmidon was doing like 4 damage to him, and none of the enemies had passed. So it was like a totally safe position. Like 4 enemies were just completely neutralized in front of Frederick. Then at some point, like he was just sitting there unequipped while the Myrmidon was doing like 4 damage to him over and over again, which was like totally fine. Then what happened next, was at some point I accidentally equipped him with a weapon which killed the mercenary, or killed the Myrmidon. Okay, that's the last time I'm gonna mix them up. Right, it killed the Myrmidon, and then a counter Luna Barbarian ran up and just killed Frederick instantly. So it's like, well, great, Frederick died. But again, it was, I just should have sat there and kept him unequipped the whole time. There was no reason to ever equip him with a weapon. I don't know what I was doing that consequently equipped him with a weapon, but yeah. The best unit is here this chapter. That's right. Frederick is here. Yeah, suffered from success. Exactly that is what happened. But we should be fine now. So I think I was like pretty happy with the setup I had earlier. I think maybe the only thing I would want to change is that I want Frederick to have the Javelin and not Sumia. Yo, Lizard Gorts, thanks so much for the follow. Rick in the best unit? Right. And I think I want Sumia to, by default, have the Iron Lance equipped. I think that was like the only 2 things I had that I really wanted to change. I believe the map is called the Exile and the King, reference to the war between Crom's father, the previous exile before Emerin, and Plegia, which is what caused the political environment of Maribel beginning to over. Ah, okay. What about the Stick of Shocking? WTF, Fred has so much defense. Yeah, he has 16 defense. I think this is like pretty well above average too. Like, I don't know, this Frederick has gotten some pretty insane levels, right? I mean, I know his growths are good. I know he has either 100% HP or he has over 100% HP. I think it's over 100% HP, but in any case, yeah, his growths have been pretty good. I guess the only bad thing has been the axe rank. That's it. That's the only part of this whole entire thing which has been dubious and decided, is the axe rank is very low. Do you have just enough units for max deploy this map or under deployed? I have a just enough for max deploy, apparently. Quite nice. If there's anything else I want to do... Oh, I think I wanted the fire in order to like attack one of these guys this turn. But there's no Pavis this time. Also, this guy has Vantage Plus and Pass and not Counter, which is pretty nice. That should make him a bit easier to deal with. I think the skill rolls this time are like a lot more favorable. For one, last time, literally every single Wyvern, literally all of them, had like Avis counter. Literally all of them. Technically max deploy because we don't have Donald. Yeah, exactly. He's like actually a point behind on defense. Technically, I think he has like 14 bases with 55% gross. Not even true. Fred is like literally the average. Fred is good growth compared to normal FP, but bad compared to awakening units. Fred is like the average. Yeah, I remember his growths being like generally alright. I mean, I guess I could add them up, but you know, he isn't a promoted class. I don't know if Septi's statement is talking about his personal growths compared to everyone else or his Great Knight growths compared to everyone else. I imagine Great Knight growths are better than most unpromoted classes as far as growth rates go. Yeah, I don't have Donald. Yeah, I wasn't going to get Donald. And I think the only other thing I wanted to do was put a hammer on Bake. Just so that he can have a weapon equipped. I think there was some point Not even where I necessarily wanted to attack with Vake's hammer, but where I just wanted Vake to have a hammer equipped for the purposes of performing an AI manipulation. When you consider that he has 0 magic, his personal growths are good. They're almost identical to Crom, barring luck. Vake should carry. Yeah. He'll have his first combat this map. But yeah, we should be fine. What else was I doing? But yeah, no, I mean, these skill rolls look a lot more favorable. Do you remember last time? It was actually outrageous. Literally every Wyvern had, like, freaking counter Pavis. I was literally ready to go in here and just start one-shotting them with the Worm's Lair, and then they all have counter Pavis. I'm like, seriously? Do you have any plans, your unit's future classes? I don't really know. Maybe, like, Crom Cavalier is the only one that I'm really, like, super sold on. Is second ceiling Crom into Cavalier. I think the other ones I'm just kind of like willing to play by ear. Maybe like Lissa I'll promote Lissa into either Sage or War Monk, probably Sage. Aside from that, I don't really have much. To be frank, I haven't really done a lot of like long-term thought or long-term planning. Which maybe is a poor move in Awakening. I hear that Awakening is actually one of those games where having some idea of what you want to do long-term is very helpful. And maybe I'm just more used to playing other Fire Emblem games where, frankly, I don't want to say there's no reason, because obviously there's some reason, but it's a lot stronger in most other Fire Emblem games that I play, for example, Three Houses, to just think purely short-term, right? Rather than thinking about some kind of end game setup that you're trying to reach, just think about what you can do in the short term, because if you do well in the short term and basically every other Fire Emblem game, then you'll just automatically win the late game anyway. Raisin's real name is Frank, confirmed? Yeah, exactly. You know, I think I was saying the other day, it's really probably like a month ago, I said I should eliminate the phrase "to be honest" from my vocabulary, because doing so, if I ever say "to be honest," then that implies that at other points in my speech I'm being dishonest. You know what I'm saying? Right? But I think to be frank, that's fair to say, because frankness is like brevity, right? It's how long it takes you to communicate a concept. This frankness, yeah, exactly. In any case, I'm going to go this way. Probably when I kill this Myrmidon, the reason is pretty simple. This Myrmidon has pass, and so if I do some kind of like Miriel chip play into Crom hitting this guy, especially if I do some kind of rescue play, then it's actually quite sus, because this Myrmidon will just go behind my lines and kill whomever he wants to kill. And then also, I'm pretty sure just one round this Barbarian anyway. So let me think about killing this guy. He has no Pavis. He has no Aegis either, right? Oh, the Frederick HP growth is 110%. Gotcha. What are your thoughts behind the approach to Lunatic Plus difficulty? As far as I know, it's just the randomized skills, both in regards to difficulty and the fact that it is locked behind a Lunatic completion. I mean, the difficulty's been really fun so far. The randomized skills have been pretty fun to deal with. Awakening doesn't necessarily expect long-term planning around like endgame, but having a plan for a couple chapters ahead so you don't put the Eternity Pavis Lock team, for example, can be helpful. Yeah, like what I've done here. So perhaps I probably should have gotten some more EXP onto Shamir. But yeah, no, I mean, like now that the enemies aren't rolling a gazillion Pavises, it's probably a bit easier to deal with. Although, I should mention, I was able to deal with it when they did roll a bazillion Pavises. Yeah, I was watching this with the intent of seeing how your short-term gain philosophy play compares to what's usually done. What's usually done? I can definitely see that, like, I mean, there's definitely, like, footprints of the short-term play philosophy with this apparently under-leveled Robin. Like, apparently this is a very low level for a Robin. Again, it just seems very natural to me to have Robin have done this little. And this, like, apparently over-leveled Frederick. But there's definitely like the footprint or the evidence of me following a short-term game philosophy. But no, Septi's right. Like, it has put me in this position where, frankly, I was pretty weak to Pavis counter. Now, I did win against Pavis counter, right? I'm not Awakening expert. People use the prologue battle to max Robin XP with the Water Trek. Yeah, that is a pretty common thing. Right? Which I wouldn't... See, here's the thing. I don't even necessarily call that, like, a long-term play. Like, it is a long-term play in the sense that you are creating a unit who, you know, will have long-term potential for the entire rest of the game. But that's not the only consequence of, you know, water tricking Robin. Like, additionally, a consequence of water tricking Robin is that you're just given a unit... Like, you end up training a unit who's good for Chapter 1. Or, yeah, for Chapter 1 and for Chapter 2. Like, in addition to all that, you're also given this. Feeding Robin heavily? I mean, just feeding Robin heavily by any method, even if you don't water trick. Yeah. I'll be real. It was not obvious to me when I played Prologue or played Chapter 1. It was not obvious to me how I could have usefully involved Robin in a way that gave Robin more EXP and also beat the chapter with little headache. Yeah. That's more along the lines of general grinding rather than feeding. Yeah, which, I mean, I'm kind of against general grinding, but, you know, there's also feeding. I'm definitely someone who will feed and funnel EXP, right? It's just that it was not obvious to me the opportunities to do that for Robin in Chapters 1 and Chapter 2. I'm not saying that such opportunities don't exist. I'm just saying it was not obvious or natural to me to find them. Robin is the worst unit because they have Donald bases. I don't even think that's true. Like, Robin's bases are pretty bad, but I think they're better than Donald's. I don't remember Donald's bases, but they looked pretty garbo. Give me your power? That's right. Robin is the most reliable person to kill the boss in Prologue, and that's about it. From then on, Robin is never the best choice for any job. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So, but, I mean, their weapon isn't beaten by Pavis, right? Neither is Virian's, sure, but, like, I mean, here's the thing. Just because, like, you're not the first best doesn't mean that, like there's still value in being second best. And if you're second best at a whole bunch of jobs, or if you're third best at a whole bunch of jobs, and you have good long-term potential, I can imagine seeing value in just, like, doling tasks to this unit. Even if in the moment there's someone better for it, like, the fact is they're going to consistently be the third or second best at every single job, and if you give them enough EXP, then they'll definitely be the first best at every single job, right? Chapter 3 armors are an illusion. Chapter 3 armors are an illusion. I mean, doesn't, like, Muriel do something good about that? I think Donald person bases aren't even bad. Villagers that bad. Without EXP, Muriel is just better at those things. Yeah, I mean, but then, of course, the argument is immediately going to be that, you know, Robin has used Prologue and Chapter 2 or Chapter 1 to earn at least a level of EXP, right? Like, I think I still have base Muriel over here. So let me actually quickly just begin with some planning here on this turn. So I do think I still wanted to do some kind of rescue play, and then I also wanted to have Muriel go up, hit this person with fire. I don't think I want to strength or defense tonic this guy. This barbarian is actually way easier to kill now than he was last time. He has Vantage Aegis as opposed to Counter Aegis, which is what I think he had last time. So, I mean, overall, I will say, by the way, that this is actually a far more favorable skill layout. Kind of, hold on, there was a question that someone posted earlier, Olympi. To answer Olympi, your question a bit more directly, as far as the randomized skills have gone, it's been only a positive experience for me. I've had a very good time dealing with the randomized skills. It's been a lot of fun. I haven't done any kind of resetting for... I haven't done any kind of resetting for more favorable skill rolls, which is, I think, like... Here's the thing. It's not only the common complaint I hear about it, it's actually, like, in my opinion, sort of like the only valid complaint about it. And here's the thing. If you have a habit of resetting for favorable skill rolls, and you don't enjoy it, then I can see you not enjoying the difficulty, right? Ideally, you want to train Mage Rom, gets a few more chances of that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was seeing in this chapter, like, Strava picking up the L when using the Cron support or the Longclaw support was very handy. And yeah, if you have a habit of doing that in your strategy, and then you say that the game is not very fun because of it, I can definitely sympathize with that. However, I just don't share that idea because I haven't been resetting for more favorable skill rolls. I will say, as far as the whole like resetting for more favorable skill rolls has gone, I have done a small amount of going into a map, and then like I've never left a map due to unfavorable skills, right? Raisins is Lunatic more fun. I've had much more fun on Lunatic Plus than on Lunatic thus far. I haven't beaten the whole game, right? I can't make a statement about the whole entire game being more fun on Lunatic Plus or on Lunatic until I had beaten the whole game. But thus far, I've had more fun on Lunatic Plus than on Lunatic. What was I saying? Yeah, I've never left a map due to unfavorable skill rolls, but I have stayed in a map due to skill rolls which I considered to be manageable in the moment, right? I definitely have done that. So, like, in a way, I think one could say I actually have, like, strategically used, like, skill rolls to my advantage, but that's just because thus far the skill rolls have been, like, pretty advantageous or manageable. Right? Either that, or I just do so much planning for whatever skill rolls I saw on the map that, you know, whether or not I deem them on average, whether or not I deem the skill rolls to be a high roll or a low roll, whether or not I deemed the enemy skills to be on average better or on average worse than what I could expect to see if I reroll. I've just put in enough thought to the current skill distribution that I just say, well, I'm just going to use this. I'm just going to send it, right? Skills for the most part are fine. I think Chapter 3 starting count is a bit much, especially when the armors are hard to answer if they roll Aegis counter. Oh. I think I rolled a couple Aegis counter Armanites. I don't remember if I rolled any Aegis counter Armanites. I actually have no memory of that. Remember the imperfect answer, Fred Javelin with Karma in the back can have like 70% chance to 1-1 KO the armors. Worse than a slightly invested Robin or Miriel, but still like decent chance. You could also get a slightly invested Robin or Miriel, right? I think I definitely remember having a couple counter Armanites. Also, I remember like, aside from maybe like resets on turn 1 for trivial things, I think I did first try Chapter 3. Chapter 2, I did not first try. I think that one took me like 10 attempts. And I don't know if my attempts were different due to... See, here's the thing. I don't know if my attempts were different due to enemy skill rolls or if they were different due to, like, me getting hits or dodges. Which, like, you know, if I... Like, I would have had that RNG enemy skills or not, right? So, like, I think when I was playing regular Lunatic, I did a fair amount of that as well. Where I think I reset Chapter 2 a couple times on Lunatic, not because of enemy skills, obviously, but just because of I had like, you know, too few dodges or too many misses, right? Like, that's another thing. Like, that's another, like, at the end of the day, this is just like tactical RNG. And I think I was walking into most fights with, you know, not necessarily 100% chance to avoid. You should use Rickon. I do intend to use Rickon in this map. But what was I doing? Okay, so Muriel's going to go forward. I think she's going to use fire. Let me just have her equip fire so that it's easier for me to do the math. Do I still have that surge on Shamir? I do still have the surge on Shamir. That should be handy. Oh, I like your new overlay. Thank you so much. Actually, while I'm remembering it, / shout out. There we go. That works. Finally, I managed to get the shout out to work. Every time I thought to do the shout out, I had like done a shout out in the 2 minutes prior, so Twitch had just disabled the command. But Anna Titled Quoter is the person who did this overlay for me. She did an excellent job with it. She's a great streamer. I really love seeing all her content. And also, she's a good graphic designer. So yeah, I commissioned this one from her and she made it for me. It was really nice. But yeah, I really like the overlay as well. Thank you so much for the compliment, Abel. And good to see you back, Abel. Good to have you. Let me check this. So, okay, 10 damage with the fire, -4. Oh, sheesh, it's only 6 damage, down to 25. Okay, but 25, maybe that's manageable. Here's the thing, right? I have this killing edge, holy moly. And I think the Shamir pair up is +2, so I actually have 29, -4. I actually just kill him straight up. Looking like it. Crom deals 25, yeah, Crom deals 25. Right, Crom, yeah, he can get 29 because Shamir's giving +1 and they have a C support. So yeah, I can just do that very easily. I guess maybe the hard part will be hitting him. He does have 31 avoid to her 102 hit rate, but, you know, so be it. If I miss, then what? Is there any way I can actually plug up all the squares? Not without leaving someone here who is vulnerable to the Barbarian. The Barbarian does have Luna Plus. But I should be able to. Honestly, what I can do is I can just postpone the fighting of this guy, which is good. If you miss, have Frederick kill. Frederick does have a job where I want him over here in order to kill these guys. He does just one-shot this mercenary with the Silver Lance, which is pretty nice, and he does one on this guy with the Silver Lance. There's no Hawkeye or anything. It's only 23 attack. Honestly, I'm pretty fine with this. Probably going to be some kind of like Sumia pairing into Frederick. I think Frederick needs the Sumia pair up in order to double this Brigand, but I can just do it that way. Probably what I would do is I would have Bake pair into Sully for plus defense, because I think Bake gives plus defense in the pair up. And then I would actually have Bake occupy this square, which is in range of the Brigand. Or sorry, I'd have Sully occupy this square, which is in range of the Brigand, but we would be fine. Another thing I could do is I could give Bake a plus speed pair up, and then he definitely lives this guy. Right? Bake is 4 strength, 2 defense right now. Yeah. So that would work. I could plug it up with Bake. And then what else would happen is I need to put a unit here as well. Probably Long Ku. It means that I'm not fighting this guy, but that's fine, right? So I should be all right. $61 displayed. Another thing I could do is I could just crit or I could just dual strike, right? Like, those are also possibilities. Additionally, I could chip with Rickon and then have Maribel pair up. That's another possibility, right? So I could do this. That seems pretty good. Okay, and we hit. So because we hit, now what we can do is I can pair up here and go this way. I can switch. I think killing edge just one-shots instantly. Yes. Well, not instantly. I could miss. Let's just use it anyway. Okay, and then I think one thing I can do with Rickon here is I can trade the Elwind to Maribel. And then Maribel can go here and trade the Elwind to Shamir. And again, I would like to kind of depair them, but I'd like Maribel to be in the lead position here. I kind of want the Elwind just being on Shamir in general. I think it's a lot stronger than anything being on Crom. Or sorry, I think it's a lot stronger than anything being on Rickon. Maybe one thing I could do is actually just have Rickon be in the front position, and Rickon could just swap with the Thunder. Right? That wouldn't necessarily be bad. That way he still has an attack. You know? Really what I should have done is I should have actually just switched and like grabbed Miriel's Thunder Tome. That's really what I should have done onto Robin, because there's really no reason for Miriel to have both the Fire and the Thunder, when what could happen is Robin could actually just have the 2 Thunder Tomes, and then Rickon could come up and just swap the Elwind for the Thunder, and then Rickon still has a Thunder. But now really what's just going to happen is that Shamir will have only an Elwind, which is fine. Elwind's best weapon in the game, to be honest. Yeah. It means I'm going to be like consuming a few uses on this Elwind, perhaps if I get dual strikes and whatnot, but how many uses of Elwind do I have? 35? Ah, that's enough, right? So I don't really mind doing this. I'm going to actually pair up, and I'm going to put Rickon in the lead position. Before doing the trade. Because I do actually want Rickon to... Oops, wrong person. Not trade with Crom, not trade with you. I do actually want Rickon to have a tome. Look how short he is in his freaking, like, trade portrait thing. He's, like... the freaking trade portrait is even coming up to his chin. Where Lonku, he's in the south. So this might mean that I use the Elwind a couple times. But, I mean, that's okay. I could even get, like, a cheeky hit in here, right? Like, why not? I don't think there's any reason not to. Right? Need room for his big hat? I know. The hat's occupying all the space. Okay, now at this point, I can just rescue them down. That should be pretty easy. I think it was a Sumia pair here, and I need that for the plus speed in order to double this guy, because at the moment I don't double this guy. Or one-shot. I do one-shot this guy, yeah, pretty cleanly. So that should be fine. Let's just go here. I think I wanted to be on this square as well. I'm not really getting any progress on this sorcerer, but the sorcerer, or the dark mage rather, I don't really know exactly what my answer to that's going to be, but I'll figure one out. I mean, how hard can it be? Short shaming? I'm not short shaming. I'm just stating, like, look at him. He's like, I mean, maybe I am shaming. I don't know. Like, I guess maybe I am kind of being a bit mean about it, but, you know, it's also funny. Like, I don't know. Heck of a justification for bullying, Raisins. Yeah, it's fine because it's funny. Frequently, Dark Mages and Sorcerers are the hardest enemy type to answer, actually. Yeah, no. I remember playing on Lunatic and being like, I'm look at these jokers. They forgot to give them stats, but now here I am like, wait a second. I guess they did remember to give them a stat. They have 34 HP. It's actually rather a lot, right? But yeah, the other stats are like these kind of jokes. Just rescue Rickon down here. And yeah, I mean, maybe this guy, like, attacks Miriel. I don't think he will. Why so much HP? Because they gave him that much HP. As to why they gave him so much HP, I don't know. You'd have to ask the devs. No! Boom! Kapow. Jump boom. You got really good bulk once you range that stuff like Hawkeye Plus or Ruin Counter. Yeah. Things can get spooky. Yeah, I can imagine. Boom! Oh, wait, what? I don't double that guy? What happened? I thought I doubled. Oh, no, my Elwind. That's why I don't know either. I mean, maybe they do. You know, people were like, "Oh, they didn't design this thing," but they kind of did actually. Oh, that's actually very handy. Look at that. It didn't go on the fort. I wonder if there's a chance for me to just kill him because he didn't go on the fort. Like, think about it, right? Not too bad. I've seen worse. Like, hold on, this is actually a really good start. Ah, there's this guy with counter, though. What a joker. There's also this guy with Pavis. I mean, I could, like, trade unequip. Doesn't seem very good. You know? Okay, let's give this a thing. I remember this turn was pretty tricky. Last time I tried it. Is Bronze Sword the answer here? It doesn't seem too bad. Dark Mage gives defense on pair up and has pretty good modifiers and durability stats. It's likely the devs intended for Dark Mages to be tanky. Yeah, I think so. There's enough evidence for that. It's likely. I don't know if it is, but it's likely. This counter thing is, oh, I can just use the Javelin. What am I talking about? Like, I literally have a Javelin in my inventory right here that mostly does it. It doesn't entirely do it, but it mostly does it, right? I mean, like, okay, there's no Vantage. Cool. There's Vantage here. That's kind of funny. I was thinking about this part of the map, though. For one, I could just go onto the fort, and then that's that, ain't it? You know? Like, look at that. Doesn't seem too bad. How bad is life if I make this play and I get hit by this counter guy? Like, let's think about that. So he has 4 defense. I do not, notably, have 35 attack. Right? I think last time when I was on this turn, I, like, went and I assassinated this barbarian, and then I, like, used rescue staff to bring him down to the south. I think that's what I did last time I was in this. And then I don't know if I wheeled Frederick up here, but I probably wheeled Frederick up here. But I remember that's what I did on turn 2 last time I attempted this map. Was exactly that. I, like, had Brom assassinate. I don't remember exactly how we killed this brigand, but he did. And then I rescued down with Lissa. I don't think that's what I'm going to do this time. For one, this fort is available, and it's rather attractive. But the thing about the fort is that, you know, there is this counter mercenary. And I think I'm slated at the moment to do, like, 26 damage to him, which is most of my HP. And then this Wyvern Rider exists. So unless I can crit one-shot, this mercenary is actually rather threatening, right? So I don't really know what's going on there. Okay. I'm gonna make sure real quick that I wasn't having a outage. No, I'm fine. I think briefly I wasn't able to connect to the chat server, but it should be all right. I somehow have a memory of, like, doubling this guy with Lonku. Because I was like, Lonku is particularly well-suited to fighting this guy, but I think maybe the reason I thought Lonku was particularly well-suited to fighting this guy was because he had Weapon Triangle and a crap ton of Avoid. Look at that hit rate coming in, 22. That seems rather favorable. Here's the thing. So there is this Nosferatu Dark Mage. And I think what I did last time is I actually left this guy alive. Right? And then he, like, went up here and attacked someone on this square. Like, I think I actually just didn't kill him. Right? I was saying, well, 18's enough. Put the cursor on the screen? Of course. Yeah, I think going here is just really sus. You know? Penalty for redoing chapter. I do this, like, automatically. Like, I have the cursor on the screen all the time without even thinking about it. But yeah, no, this Hawkeye... Here's one thing I could maybe try to do is I could maybe, like, offer up a sacrifice for this Hawkeye guy instead. Or for this mercenary. I could try and find a guy who lives a one-shot, but does get doubled. Such as Vake, you know? Like, I could just run Vake up here. Oh. Be back. Sorry about that. That was my dryer. I did promise there was going to be a dryer jump scare, though. Dryer jump scare, not incoming. It's now in the past. Yeah, no, I was going to explain that the loud buzzer that you probably heard, I don't know, it's loud to me, was my dryer. But then I had that thing muted, and I was like, let me just wait for the buzzer to be done before I go. But it literally wouldn't stop. It was going for like freaking 30 seconds straight, I feel. Didn't hear it? Wait, really didn't hear it? It's super loud. To me, at least. Maybe I just live in an ordinarily quiet environment. The cursor got raisins? Yeah, exactly. In any case, I had to get my dryer. It's good to know, actually, that you guys don't hear it. I could have swore it was really loud, though. But in any case, let's think about this. Okay, I deemed this move sus, right? I mean, here's the thing. I could dual guard here. I could dodge this and dodge this and, like, dodge that. Even if I, like, fight this guy, there's a fair chance that he just, like, plain old hits me and then I just die on the counter anyway. Like, there's actually a good chance that this Myrmidon is able to 1v1 me, right? There's a small noise and no noise at all. Yeah, because I muted... Like, I just muted my microphone. So, I guess there was a small noise, but... Good to know. In any case, let's carry on about the chapter. Animation's on, sure. It sometimes messes up Citra, so I'm going to save state before animation's on. I'm going to save to slot 3. Combat animation's on, of course. I think chapter 5 can go even slower. Right, we've got to plan it out. Anyway, I think this whole fort thing is just kind of dubious. Animations are fine. I mean, you say so. Sometimes it crashes my Citra. It's some of the spells that are tricky for it. Yeah, like the spell effects, all the particles. In any case, I'm going to save state here. And not to, you know, load up later whenever I make some horrible... Actually, now that I've save stated, let's just go for it. Why not? There we go. That's the real trick, right? That's the real trick. If you're like, oh, Raisin's out of save state here, all you do is just, you know, redeem animations on. Think about it. The spell just crashed Citra, not the physical. Gotcha. Okay, so what else is going on here? So this guy does have Aegis, right? But he doesn't have pass or nothing. So if you think about it, oh, I could have like equipped a sword on Sully. Like if I go here and then equip a bronze sword on Sully and set the forest and actually live. Like I don't die to this guy. But I also don't really mind trying to... See, here's the thing. I actually can't pull off an assassination play now. Because this guy is no longer the same kind of spot. Oh, here's what I can do, though. Oh, my goodness. This is actually so freaking clever. You guys are going to be really impressed by this one, actually. Here's what I can do. I can kill this guy, and then I can Rescue Staff Crom down out of range of this Myrmidon, but in range of the Wyvern and the Barbarian. Ooh. Now, that one's good. Now, why is that one good? Well, it gets me a bunch of kills. Like, it gets me 1, 2, 3 kills. Very easy. And then I'm in no danger of dying to this Steel Sword guy. Look at that. I'm really impressed with that strat, actually. See, I promised you guys would. There's probably some skeptic in the audience being like, nah, I don't think it's going to be that cool. It'll just be like an ordinary old play. And then they hear it, like, gosh, that one's pretty good. Meanwhile, what do I do in order to extract profit from the turn? I should think about how to do that. I promised. I promised you guys. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, we can kill this guy. I guess he has, like, you know, Luna Nosferatu, so it's not, like, super good. I'm holding out Judgment until I see how cool the rescue priority minute is. Ooh, that's right. It's a good thing you mentioned that, because I actually just totally forgot. Where do I actually need to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to go here. And I don't remember rescue priority at all. I think it's down first. The thing is all this, like... It's all these weird spaces that I gotta remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I gotta go exactly here, actually. Yeah, now that you mentioned rescue priority, I don't think it can be done. Priority is down, and then it's left or right. I don't remember which one, but it's left and right. And then lastly, it's up, right? Dang. I guess it doesn't work after all. Good thing someone mentioned it. Otherwise, I would just be totally lost. South, east, west, north. There's a slightly naive explanation because other factors seem like terrain movement costs and the unit being rescued. Oh, yeah. I do remember that part where, like, it won't rescue onto forests if there's a plane. Like, first priority is terrain type, and then second priority is that thing that you mentioned, right? Like, that's the tiebreaker, technically. Hana with the tier 1 sub. So, what's up, dude? Glad to have you back. Also, there's no need for Killing Edge here. I think I can get away with just vouching. What if I just rip the Killing Edge? I always crit this guy. That's what I've been told. There's no Hawkeye here. This guy has 21 attack, though. That's the other issue. This guy actually just has 21 attack, plain old. Right? 195 hit. I'm trying to, like, calc how much hit these guys are going to have. Not much. Rig a crit. I do have a save state. Yeah, what if I just rip it with the save state? Here's another thing I could do. Is I could say, screw the fort. I'm just going to go here anyway. I'm good. Rimworld consumed my life. That's one of those games right here. Once you get into it, that's, like, all you do for a while. Right? Like, I could just say, screw the whole fort thing. I'll just go here anyway. And then I think next turn... Oh, I can't actually get on the fort on the next turn. Dang. Or no, I could go here. How good is that, actually? Okay, there's Hawkeye and there's Hawkeye. Bunko? 270 hours. Sheesh. Already the closest title to the Rescuer. Wait, what? To the Rescuer? Aren't they all adjacent? Like, I thought you can't use Rescue if you have all 4 of your tiles surrounded. Second lowest is movement cost to move from the tile as rescuer standing onto the target tile. Oh, you can rescue with 4 surrounded in this game. Oh, I didn't know. I know in 3 houses you can. So I was like, I was skeptical. I should take a look. Dude, what if Crom just, like, goes here and lives? I mean, he probably doesn't live all this. We have a bunch of Hawkeyes over here. We have 28. We have... Or, sorry, not actually 28. We have 27, right? We have 27, and we have 23. How much is that? 77? Do you have 77 3-hit bulk? 16 times 3 is 48. Plus 30 is 78. He does actually live. If only the Hawkeyes hit. Have Corrin cast Dark Spikes SMH? Yeah. I would have to Vuln up to 1 HP, right? But he could go here and live, theoretically. Right? Oh, never mind, there's this guy. He'll miss. Trust me, bro. Right? How am I gonna deal with this guy? I don't have, like, a Woods or something to give me plus a Void. Do you get bonus in Bone Golf with 1 HP matters? Yeah, exactly. If you're not just vulning for 1 HP because you can, but because it actually does something. I think every time I've vulned for 1 HP thus far in this run, which has only been once, I think, but every time I've done it, it has actually done something. It has actually mattered. The thing is, I do want to try and wheel units over here if I can, right? Ooh, yo, think about it. If I manage to pull up a rescue staff from here, and I get everyone past Frederick's tile, then this Dark Mage will have no legal targets but Frederick. That seems really cool. Kill every enemy? Well, yeah, I have to in order to win, right? It's a route map. Yeah, I could probably do some kind of, not even killing this guy, obviously. I could actually just do some kind of, like, rescue Crom play into, maybe, like, Crom kills this guy. And then Sully grabs the killing edge. And then Lonku goes here and uses the killing edge to kill the mage. And I would want Sully here so that she could go into the fort next turn. First priority, strictly override the second. As in, okay, I'm going to be real aggro. That example you gave was, like, very complicated. I'm just going to assume Septi knows how to read because I'm not going to read it. Yeah, let's start with this. Animations on. Yo, look at this Dark Mage. This is the real reason we wanted animations on. So we can see the Dark Mages. Ooh. Easy. Feed Lonku everything? Well, I was going to feed him the Mage, but, you know, that didn't happen. Okay, now that that's happened, I can actually, maybe do something different with Crom. Oh, here's what I can do, right? Aha, I could put Crom here and then just fight this Wyvern. That's a good start. I don't know if this will draw anybody to the left as well. As because otherwise Rescue Party seems identical to Arcanea games. Ah, funky. It's actually just an Arcanea reference. Crazy. But then again, I need some way to kill this guy. I actually haven't figured out how I'm killing him yet. Oh, wasn't I equipping a bronze sword? Who would have thunk it? Assuming the unit being rescued can traverse the high-cost tile, so not a knight into water. We could get Crom rescued into a water tile, which costs him all his movement, even if there's a diagonal tile that would cost only 2. Oh, I see. Yeah, because technically it's like 2 to move from the rescuer to the diagonal tile, right? But it's 4 to move onto the water. Like, I'm trying to figure out if I actually need Rom down here killing this guy, or if I can use someone else. Because I would actually really appreciate it if Crom could, like, fight this Wyvern. That would be hype. Also, how much movement does the fort cost for cavalry? 2 or 3? Wait, no, I have it backwards? You have it backwards. Crom should fight all wyverns? Crom should fight? Huh, okay. Oh, really? It would actually rescue Crom into the thing? In that example, Crom would go to the diagonal tile. I see, I see. Its movement costs from the rescuer to the tile, then distance. Oh, or it's just plain old movement costs first. Gotcha. How much damage does Sully do with a sword? I'm really trying to get away with using Crom to fight this Wyvern. I've already got Frederick fighting this Sorcerer. Or Dark Mage, rather. But it's just looking like I don't really have... Oh, okay, if I can find a way to, like, block this way. Like, if I have a sword out, and I live this guy. Again, how much does the fort cost for movement? For cabs? Is it 2 or is it 3? Let me look it up. You can always look it up, right? Theranos Force does not have anything for terrain. What about Wiki? Fort. Terrain. Is there a big table with all the terrains? On the wiki. I remember there being a big table with all the terrain movement costs. Feed Vake. Some food. It says main article terrain, but the terrain doesn't actually have a terrain stats by game. Hold up, here it is. Nintendo 3DS game. Terrain stats, movement penalties for fort. It's all 2. Even for cavalry. Okay. Whereas woods or pillar are 3. So moving, well, my bad. Moving Sully here does allow her to get onto the fort next turn. Oh boy, fun of Lunatic Plus. That's right, Kachru. It's been pretty good. So if I have her grab the sword and sit here, then she's totally fine. Right? In fact, she could even maybe like contribute with some chip. I already know that Lissa survives the guy. How much is a rescue? It's just short. That's fine. But don't I need... I think I need to actually be here to rescue. So I can't quite wall off. No, I need to be here or here. And if I need to be there or there, I guess I could, like, put Rickon over here. And, like, oh, I could, like, switch to Maribel. Yeah, there we go. What if Muriel pair up gives magic? I would... Yeah, I would do Muriel pair up. I was just thinking about, like, where I would need to go. And I was thinking... I was considering this square originally. But then I was saying, well, if Prom goes here, which is where he would go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is not in range of this Wyvern. Actually, it is. It totally is in range of the Wyvern. It's just in range of the Wyvern. I would like to be a little bit closer, though. Actually, do I care about being a little bit closer? Because if I go here, I actually wall off, like, a lot of terrain. But I don't wall off these squares. Also, I could just... Oh, I actually can't just go that way. Yeah, look at that. If Maribel was in front, I could just run here. For rescue range. Yeah, Muriel is just going to go there for the rescue range, though. I was just thinking ahead of time, like, which square I'd want to go to. I think I really want to go to this square, and then I want to send Crom here. Is that actually true? Because there could be, like a counter Myrmidon who spawns here. Sully would never contribute. She's literally contributing here. So I think I actually want to send Crom here. Yeah, I think that's where I want to go with Crom, is actually to this tile. And mostly I want to go there because it's closer to the rest of the fighting. What skills do you have? You have counter, so I do need Worm's Lair equipped. Thankfully I have Worm's Lair. Okay, so let me just go here, grab the Bronze Sword, and equip it. Once again, I know for a fact that this works because it bumps his thing down to 27. 16 plus 11 is 27. Minus 1 is 26. Minus 7 is 19, and she lives. Sully's inaugural sword use, apparently. Oh, I actually should have totally attacked with Lonku first. Because then I could have learned whether or not this is like... Oh, crap. Oh, no! I should have done it first as well for, dodge. My bad. That was just a total garbage move there. Sheesh, Raisins. Get it together, man. Sully sacrifice? Sully's not getting sacrificed. She's living. By the way, HP speed again. This is a rather strong Lissa, I'm told. Sully never sword. That is her first sword. And it was really a mistake. I should have... Because I could have even, like, seen whether or not this would do anything. It doesn't because she does 6. Okay, so because she does 6, it does nothing. Actually, oh! Oh, I could have swapped to Muriel, and then it would have done something. Ah, I could have actually gotten this kill. Dang, man. See, look at... Yeah, I should have just done all those things first. And just done the math. Oh, well. I'm not going to get too torn up about it. Lissa will get injured, but that's like, fine. I'm going to switch to Maribel. Because she has better movement. Quiet, Lissa. We're trying to concentrate here. And then we always kill this guy. Coming through! We get to hear all the quotes now that we have the animations on, right? Huge kill. Maybe we get hit by this? I don't know. Just kidding. Literally never happens. Didn't Rickon deal enough damage? Nah, because of Sully was doing 6. Right? See, Sully was doing 6, and then Rickon would have dealt 7. Because Rickon, this guy has Aegis. Okay, so let's take a look here. I think we have a sort of similar situation going on as last time, where we have a guy whom we can stall. Oh, we have another guy. Okay, this guy is pass. Actually, no, we have some pass Hawkeye boys whom we cannot necessarily stall. But we do have this L Wind, which kills. Nice. Once again, Robin beginning to contribute. We can see the beginnings of a strategy. What do we do here? Do either of these Jokers have pass? Actually, no. So we can hit this guy, and then he'll just be at low HP enough where... Let's actually take a look at whether or not this is safe. It's safe because this guy has Pavis. So we only ever do 16 to him. What about, how much HP does this guy, or how much damage does this guy do? 21, but then minus 8, so we're actually totally fine. Okay, we do need to kill this guy. So originally, I was actually planning to, Originally, I was planning to do some kind of Sully gets a kill, but Sully actually needs to move on to the fort. He actually doesn't need to move on to the fort. I could actually drop Muriel onto the fort instead. There's no reason to not do that. Because one other thing I would also like to do is to heal. I would like to heal Lissa. But like, for example, Sully could get a chip, and then I come up here with Vake. I guess there's Vantage, but like the Vantage doesn't even kill, right? So I could get this hit. Should be pretty easy. Robin finally doing something useful. Yeah, I know. Robin's been like garbage all game long, and now they're actually like contributing for the first time in history. Okay, you don't have pass. But I think healing Lissa is more valuable than... Is it actually? Because I'm not even healing her to full. Like, I need a second go at it. How much does heal? Restores HP to an adjacent ally. How much, though? Serena's Forest, help me out. Heal. Restores a small amount of HP to an ally. That's not useful. Heal. Wiki. Give me the formula. Awakening. Doesn't tell me here either. Oh, calculations. Here it is. Restores 8 plus half magic to one ally. So with 9 magic, it should be 8 plus 4, 12. That is half of what I need to heal on Lissa. Lissa could be the one who gets dropped from the fort. That's true. We get some extra healing if we do it. Which means the mend is a lot more valuable all of a sudden. Yeah, well, she wouldn't get the rest of it, though, is the thing. Like, she still doesn't go to full. No, she does go to full. Because it's 20%, and 20% of 26 is 5. So actually it does. Lissa heals 30 plus magic. That's right, with recover. Yeah, I could go here and then swap. What does that mean? It means I can... You have Vantage, so the order doesn't actually matter. And then what's happening after that? After that, it's... I guess there's a chance of crit here. That would be really... I would need to double crit, actually, for that to mess me up. Right? Because my hits do 8, and then 24 plus 8 is 32, which doesn't kill. So I would need to double crit. Let me unequip Sumia. Order matters because Lonku is a better candidate for EXP, probably. That's true. But it would be cool if Sully got a kill, would it not? Yeah, you're right. And then I think sometime much later, there will be mercenary, or sorry, turn 4, it's guys here, and then turn 5, it's guys here, right? So it's like pretty easy to deal with. Okay, this is always happening. This is always happening. I'm unequipped. Good. That's always happening. Then what happens is I probably want to use this tile to, like, transfer Rickon to Sully or something, because Sully doesn't really have much anything useful to do except to, like, drop Rickon somewhere, basically. Because Rickon is totally useless in this back of the Maribel pair-up, because Maribel is useful, but Sully is useless, so he can just switch and become Rickon. Sully doesn't deserve EXP. That's what I've heard. Sully contributing. No, not Vantage. Ouch! Ooh. That was a Silver Lance use? Or that was a Javelin use? Even worse! Crap, I used up a Javelin for that. Whoops. Sully is a queen, excuse you? Yeah. It's fine, you get the hand axe. It is slightly better. I see I have A rank lances though. I got a lot of weapon rank bonus for that lance. It's fine, I'll just build up axe rank. I have discipline, right? All I need to do is find a way to actually deliver the javelin to Frederick. Sully is no queen. Why are you being such a hater, man? I think I've already said this transfer is the right thing to do, right? So. Oh, whoops. Wait. Alyssa will be at max HP -1, probably. Sully's one of the handful of characters who literally can't... Wait. There's Aegis. Thankfully, dual strikes exist. Now that's strategy, yeah. Running into Aegis and just banking it on a dual strike. Oh, hello. Hello, Robin. Hold up. Not even switching to the Falchion either. I just burned a Wormslayer use. Inefficiencies everywhere, man. You're about to run it down mid, but Prom saved the day, yeah. There is crit from Solidarity, which is making the failure case of the double crit slightly more likely. I guess I could always just unequip. Like, I could just run up here with Longku and, like, unequip them. You know, I do live with 1 if that mage moves. Is that actually the safest way to go about it? For one, I don't have weapon triangle against... Or this guy doesn't have weapon triangle advantage against me anymore. This group is actually, frankly, a lot harder to deal with than the other one. Mostly because it's not immediately trivialized. I was about to be like, why is there just so much more crit, but they just have so much more luck? Right? That's actually the only reason why. If I crit this guy, that's actually kind of hype. Huge Frederick level incoming, guys. Trust me, bro. Told you. This mage could theoretically attack Robin. Which is actually more important? Unequipping here? I guess I always kill this guy, like, without facing the counter. So the issue is that if this guy hits, and this guy hits, and this guy hits, it could actually be trouble for Frederick. That only happens if I kill this guy with a double crit. The chance of a double crit is 1.44%. Frederick should get +2 HP. He only got +1, sorry. Don't know what else to tell you. If I unequip Frederick, then he literally never loses that. Literally never. So how about I just unequip Frederick? I should have maybe put that on Vake, because literally the only good thing that Vake could do this turn is, like, deliver weapons to whoever needs it. Longku could theoretically do something useful. It was better to have Vake be the person grabbing all the weapons. Ooh, hold on. Aha! So here's a fun fact. Though these guys have pass, I had originally thought Fred hasn't gotten a plus 2 HP yet, 6 of a base and 6 levels gained. Dang. It's only 10% for that. Here's the thing. I was originally saying that this group is not as easy to trivialize because there are 2 units with pass. Now, it is true that this group is not as easy to trivialize as the prior, but they have pass. However, I can just occupy the tiles that they would pass to, and they don't know to shuffle around. So actually, I've managed to like kind of checkmate these guys in a similar fashion to how I did it in the past attempt. Right? If you remember in the last attempt, I just kind of like sat here and kept all these guys gummed up here. There's just a big like traffic jam around a mercenary you couldn't kill. Now there's a barbarian who can't kill. This barbarian does do like slightly more damage to Frederick than all of the like prior ones did. As long as none of them see lethal, they won't shuffle because the barbarian sees his attack is just as good. Yeah. I mean, okay, so if a mage sees lethal on whoever's sitting on here, so what you're telling me is if a mage sees lethal on one of these 2 guys, then the barbarian will vacate and then the mage will move. That's what you're telling me? So all I need to make sure is that whoever's here is not lethaled by the mage. Here's the thing, this mage has 10 speed and Vake has 6 speed. So the mage never even lethals Vake. I was wondering that actually, because I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure there's some rule about, you know, seeing lethal and whatnot and this and that and the other thing, but I couldn't quite remember what the rule was. Average Vake dub. Yeah, base Vake is living the mage. Pretty decent, too. Okay, and this turn, the reinforcements are just here and here, right? Base Vake, actual mage killer? Yeah, exactly. There is a temptation to just kill this guy. Okay, I also think I'm going to not learn from my past mistakes, and I'm going to put the weapons on Frederick. This is what got Frederick killed last attempt, was that I had weapons on Frederick, and then I equipped them. So here's the thing. I could just say, in order to avoid doing step 2, I'm going to not do step 1. Or I could say, I'm just better than that. Wait. Okay, 21. Doesn't kill Wanku, doesn't kill Vake, right? Neither of these guys die to the mage. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. Let me look up the reinforcements again. I'm pretty sure the reinforcements from this turn are just the wyverns from the north. But just to be sure, I'm going to look them up again. Turn 4, 2 wyvern riders from Morados. Yeah, and this is, in fact, turn 4. These guys will spawn. I'm probably pretty happy to just, like, have Shamir fight this guy. Let me also equip Falchion. I want to be using up uses on Wormslayer for no reason. The way I'm using up uses on Elwind for no reason. Right? But, I mean, whatever. I have the Elwind. I'll just use it. I kind of want to, like, be in position for all these, like, good things. Yeah, I want my weapons back. I'll just have the discipline to remain unequipped. That's what I'll do. I'll just get it correct this time. You do annoyingly have Pavis Aegis. But this seems like something I can deal with. So again, as long as I just block this tile, perhaps like this. And she definitely lives the mage. And then we can just chain heal Frederick. This should be like a persistently working solution. Again, the mage doesn't see lethal on either target. Even if it were to see lethal, he would just occupy this tile. Yeah, 22, right? Be clear, I'm not missing anything. Yeah, I'm not missing anything. He doesn't have Luna. Even if he had Luna, I don't know if he would see it. Of course, I could also put Vake here. Like I mentioned earlier, Vake is a lot less useful. So it could like depair Maribel. Who is a lot more useful. They don't see their own Luna. They all have lethality plus. Ooh. Monka. This guy doesn't even have like any offensive skills. Yeah, and then 6 speed doesn't get doubled by 10 speed. 29 HP doesn't get one shot by 22 attack. You can just chill out right here. Pass Hawkeye, guys, but what'll happen basically is that at some point I'll just put like Crom here and he'll just fight this guy and he'll fight this guy. And it should be fine. I think he lives. I made a face once for every enemy chapter. I mean, always has lethality plus, but it wasn't very fun. Oh yeah, no. Finally, Xander got countered. And then let's depair our mages. I almost ended turn there on accident with a missed input. Yep, they're sort of stacking this one. Easy. Then here comes the top tier. Lethality in face needs to do 1 damage. Oh! The counter. Okay. I'm gonna disable the animations. Had enough. Cool, but, you know, I kind of want to do something else. I don't really know where this Myrmidon came from. But it definitely makes this whole approach from the back and kill everybody thing a lot more difficult. Because you have... Oh. Avis. Okay, once again, I'm left in a kind of similar position to where I was the other time. Let me check these guys, though. So there's a counter, and there's an Aegis. Notably, neither of these are Avis. Which means Crom just one-shots both of them with the Wormslayer. However, there's always the issue of... Oh, and you, by the way, need to go on a fort. Because I'm pretty sure reinforcements are here. Where else? Upper purple and orange square only in Lunatic? Only in Lunatic. So here and here, it says only in Lunatic. Does that also mean in Lunatic Plus? I would imagine Lunatic Plus does not remove any reinforcements. Keep animations on. I feel like I turned them on. But I do want to block this spawn. I think this is a Dark Mage. Let's just block it. I can just block it. Notably, the Thani Awakening does work on 0 damage. For some reason, they changed it in Fates. And I'll put the 0% Longu. Being a primary boss killer in Awakening? No way. But the whole reason I was kind of like mentioning all this stuff about Abyss and whatnot is because it means that I can actually just run up here with Prom Wormslayer, potentially, and then win. Meanwhile, let me have Muriel grab the hand axe. I think like the only remotely actually there are other like useful things they could do. I think all of Longku, Rickon, and Muriel could actually be useful over here. But Muriel is like the least useful mage. So I'm going to trade the Thunder to you and take the hand axe. Just in case, I might just move over here and like trade the hand axe over to Frederick soonish. I did get hit. That's probably fine. Oh, I need to make sure that at no point they realize they need to vacate to kill Frederick with the mage. That's actually something that could realistically happen. I need, hold on a sec. Because if this guy hits Frederick again, this is 28 attack. Minus 19. That's 9 damage, putting it down to 15. And then this guy doesn't kill, but I would have to heal, right? This guy would back up, and then I would attack. And then probably one of the past guys would advance forward a little bit. That would mess up the whole entire formation. So when do I have to heal? I have to heal on 16 HP. Where am I going to next? This is 28 damage. Minus 19 is 9. I go down to 15. 15 plus 8 is 23. He doesn't deal 23. So if I'm at 15, I need to heal. Otherwise, I'm fine, right? That makes sense to me. There's no Luna or anything. It's a lot less wiggle room than I had against that one mercenary, that's for sure. One thing that's going to be tricky is that, like, if I do actually bait these guys out, then I'm going to have a pretty good escape plan. But I can just pair into 2 people down here and try and, like, continue baiting them this way. Because counter is actually, like, kind of messy. Well, there's this guy first, right? And then these 2 guys are actually really easy. It's just this counter guy who's a bit tricky. Counter Pavis. Always tricky. In any case, I think for this turn, I have a lot of heal. I have a lot of heal uses. Let's just heal each time, right? I don't know if I'm gonna need HP on like Sully and whatnot. Well, I've actually established that Sully in like a fort survives wyverns. More, let's say EXP? Yeah, exactly. Like, Sully with terrain survives wyverns. It's probably useful. And she'll heal the rest of this next turn. I actually should have put Crom here and then, like, Longku or Sully here. That way I could have healed the 1 HP from the fort. Emblem saw Fred coming and got prepared. Oh, the Pavis counter? Yeah. I think I'm just going to move all the rest of my units up this way. Reckon having a 44 use Thunder is enough. Funny. This looks like a fine group for dealing with the incoming wyverns. There's going to be a wyvern up here as well. I don't really know exactly where it's going to get to, but I should be able to deal with it. I'm confident I'll be able to deal with that wyvern whenever it arrives. I was able to figure out something last time. This sounds a bit harder because it's not 2 units, it's 3 units gumming up the tiles, right? One thing I could actually do is I could just let one of them through. You know? Like if I move Vake, then one of them comes through and attacks Frederick from the south. Probably Crom is going to be busy like dealing with them though. What I would do, yeah, I would like remove Vake and then I would let one of them through and then I would just kill it with Crom or Robin. That would be really easy to do, right? Like neither of them have Luna, they just have Hawkeye Pass, so they're just gonna hit Frederick for however much they hit Frederick for. I guess if it's 9 and then 9. No, that still doesn't put Frederick down to 15 HP. Or that puts Frederick down to more than 15, and I said 15 is fine. So I'm like, alright with that. Is that true? 9 and 9 is 18. 18 minus 34 is 16. Yeah, he's actually fine. But again, that would need to be like a next turn thing. Right now, I need to deal with these guys and then these guys. Alternatively, I could just move west and move the operation somewhere different. Like, everybody in my army has at least 5 move. You ever just build an enemy filtration device where, like, yeah, one of them just filter down one by one? It's nice you can do that with paths sometimes. Very handy. I really should have considered doing that, actually. Like with Crom here. Like imagine I'd removed Vake and then put Crom here this turn. That actually would have worked really well. I just fight this guy and then I fight this guy and I live both. I wish I'd thought of that. But I didn't. Okay. Counter Pavis. He's here. Pavis Aegis, rather. There's a paralog where the enemy AI with paths is super dumb and you get away with formations you shouldn't get away with. Oh no, I'm looking forward to that one then. Let's see how much I'm slated to take. 7. 19. 18, rather. Maybe 19. If I'm in range of this guy, right? I think everyone else I'm going to try to escape the range, right? The Lucina paralog. There's a Lucina paralog? I don't think there is. I think that's the main story map. The issue is that if I don't get started at least a little bit with this, then this Wyvern will be in range to attack Lissa. And if this Wyvern attacks Lissa, then suddenly this Mage may see lethal and decide that this guy needs to move, and then the Mage will see lethal on Lissa. And then everything falls apart. Every paralog is the Lucina paralog, if you think about it. True. So I do want to begin with this. Alternatively, Man, I just wish I had the enemy filtration device set up here instead. That would actually make life so much easier. If I had just done the filtration device last turn. And again, I have to, like, respect the threat of the counter Myrmidon, right? So I couldn't just put a guy there. How much am I slated to take? 78, or 7. And then how much is this guy going to do? He has the same accuracy because Tantivy is actually not proccing right now. 41. Yikes. Alternatively, I could set up units for these guys to kill, right? Like, I could just put, like, Rickon here with no items and then someone else here with no items. I think actually just fighting this guy is fine, right? It's only if both of them attack me that issues arise. Also, once this Wyvern appears, this formation is actually just going to get totally disrupted. Here's the thing, if this Wyvern kills Fake, that's actually probably fine. So what I need to make sure is that the Wyvern sees lethal on Vake when he gets down here, and not on Lissa or on anybody else. If he kills Vake, then that's fine. I just put Crom here, and I've actually set up the device all of a sudden. Other thing that could happen is I could just crit. I'm allowed to do that. They can't die. He's the best unit. He can die is the issue. Right? If a guy does come down and kill him, then all of a sudden, a Brigand, say, come down to attack. How bad is that? But he died last attempt. People die when they're killed. For sure, Vake's morality was essential to that plan. Mortality? Yeah. It only works if Vake dies. If Vake doesn't die, then maybe you go for Lissa. And then this guy moves and the mage goes and kills Lissa. The only question here, really, in my mind, is what do I do about this? Yo, here's one thing I could do. I could just set up the feeder now. Can't I? If I crisscross these two units, then the Wyvern goes here, kills Vake, and then these two guys come down. They die to Crom. Well, die to Crom is maybe putting it strongly. The Axe Fighter definitely dies to Crom. The Myrmidon, there's a chance. This guy flies down, dies to Crom. Nothing happens to this Myrmidon. But, you know, nothing needs to happen to this Myrmidon, I think. But then my formation gets a bit disrupted. I really wonder if that extra 1 HP would have mattered when I was thinking about the Vulm. So who dies if I do that? This guy, and this guy. Then he stays alive, and the Myrmidon rather, stays alive. This Wyvern is in my camp. This Wyvern is able to attack this square. Myrmidon will also die. This one will. Not necessarily this Myrmidon. Definitely this fighter, if the fighter moves first. If the fighter moves first, then he definitely dies. But this Myrmidon, I mean, I don't necessarily dual strike, right? So, you know, not a guarantee. Or crit. I could dual strike or I could crit, but I need to do one or the other. The thing is like, Bake is really good for this purpose. Actually, Sully's also really good for it because she also doesn't die to the mage. It needs to be someone who dies to a wyvern but not to a mage, such as, for example, Bake or Sully. Sully's the other one. So I actually move here, heal here, air, run, drop. Air. Looks good to me. Equip Killing Edge and Myrmidon is probably 50% chance to die. Oh, that actually does work because this counter guy is not going for it anymore, so there's no longer any need to equip the Worm's Lair. I was going to use Falchion, but like that's also fine. Yeah, I equip Killing Edge. So how do I do it? I equip Killing Edge. I do want to heal Frederick again, just to have him be at full HP. I move, I heal. Yeah, it's move, heal. Ah, the issue is that if I have a unit here, then these guys will attack Mary Bell as opposed to attacking Crom. So it needs to be a unit who can just move directly onto the tile, such as Fake. Which means I think Frederick needs to use a Vuln this turn. Yeah, and so I need to move here first. I need to trade the hammer over, because I want to keep the hammer for the map. It could be handy. And then I want to unequip and Vuln. Sully can die next turn to this Wyvern when we're going here. But for the moment, just chill, right? Alyssa, by the way, still has, even though she didn't heal to full, still has enough to survive Wyverns. Oh wait, this tile is now unoccupied. Whoops. That's the issue with putting everybody over here, is now I don't just have anybody to go to that tile. Nor can I, like, grab the rescue staff from Lissa. They needed to crisscross perfectly. Maybe I should have used, like, Rickon or Muriel for this. No, it needed to be someone who lived the mage. Dang it. Who lives the Myrmidon? The thing is like, whoever lives the Myrmidon needs to actually live the Myrmidon and do better than Crom. Which is like nobody. Yeah, I totally messed this up. Can Sully give move? Sully doesn't give move on pair up. Good idea, though. Okay, I'm fine with Sully going here. Switch to Sully, drop Mary Bell here. Does Sully get killed? Almost certainly. Sully definitely dies. Sully doesn't get move, only Frederick does in this army, yeah. Okay, here's what I can do, right? Nah. She dies to freaking Myrmidon. By 1 speed, she dies. I was thinking I could just have Lissa be here anyway. I mean, this is really all because last turn I, like, max moved everybody over here. Which, like, there was no good reason to do so, but I did it anyway. Let's do it that way. But now that this is happening, how about I just try and kill as many of these guys as I can? What if I just do this anyway? It's already kind of messed up. Does that mean I continue to mess it up? Like, just because I've misplayed once, does that mean I continue to misplay? That's usually not a good way of going about things. I will say one thing, if I kill this guy, then Bake does live, as does Rickon, and I kind of maintain this logjam for a bit longer. I think I just do, honestly. There's dual guards, there's crits. A lot of good stuff that could happen. I could also just maybe bait this guy or that guy to attacking someone else as well. Like Sully. I could just put Sully in range, actually, and then that'll bait this Wyvern. Let's just do that. Yeah, let's maintain this jam. Let's move here, and then Sully is going to remain in range of this Wyvern in order to bait the lethal attack from him, which is the very first thing that will happen in the turn, is that Sully baits the lethal attack. Yeah, it does have Aegis. 07 Sully, true. Maribel needs to get slightly closer to be able to heal Lissa. I might need that. I'm gonna need that for something in like a turn from now. And I want her to be here so that Crom and Robin have like a very easy time of reaching her. Okay, and this shouldn't be lethal from like either of these guys. Like, yeah, I'm gonna take some damage from the counter Pavis guy, and I'm gonna take some damage from him, but none of it will be lethal damage, so I'll be fine. Alright, see ya, Sully. Rip the bronze sword, actually. Oh! Okay, he doubles Rickon. That's problematic. The one thing I say we need to make sure it doesn't happen did just happen. Rip. We'll take it. Don't worry, we have the state. Everyone's dying, yeah, exactly. And then what was happening here? This was the turn where I attacked that way, right? Yeah, I remember. Nobody said this game would be hard. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I already beat the chapter once, right? So, you know. This time, let me learn from my mistakes. Right? Oh, right, right. I said let me learn from my mistakes, and I still spent a use on the javelin. Trying to remember where I got Lunatic Plus. Oh, what the heck? Oh, that was a different level. This is a counter guy, right? Yeah, yes, counter. It's okay, we can just remake the moves, right? Is this map long? Yeah, no. I did beat this map, like, rather fine when I did it on the last attempt. I just then made some boneheaded error. Okay, and then this is turn 3. So I need to put Rick in here. Alright, and then this guy's Aegis. So there's actually some randomness here. The randomness being, do I actually kill this guy? Falchion's doing a crap ton of damage though, right? I mean, I can probably just begin with this. Nice. And then last time I got an amazing Robin level. This time I apparently get a different one. That's fine. We still got a lot of Crom pair-up stats. And then I think what I wanted to do here was just to attack this guy. And I'm going to learn from last time. I'm actually going to set up the feeding machine, like, this turn. I'm going to go ahead and kill both of these guys. Just completely decomplicate the position. Because I said I really should have done that, and I just didn't think to. There's no pass here, so I can actually just completely unequip, and I'm fine. I can dual strike as well. That would actually be handy here. Ooh! Okay, just kill the counter guy straight away. A better Frederick level than last time. My punishment is worse levels, except the Frederick level. That was technically a little bit better. Not a lot better, but a little bit better. I'm actually going to keep the... Oh, wait, this actually makes it a bit harder because now these pass guys advance a little bit further into the position than before. It's probably fine, though, because I can actually still live with Frederick. Like, Frederick will just attack this guy. Matter of fact, he'll one-round the mage. Maybe one of these guys could gum it up first, but I think the enemies who have attacks like to move before the enemies who don't have attacks. So, yeah, the position will get gummed up a little bit, but that's about it. Yeah, I'm planning on killing them, so I don't mind them advancing, especially because I can actually just... Matter of fact, it's beneficial for them to advance as far as possible because it lets me move Crom a bit to the left and still kill them, right? Like, I think if this Myrmidon goes here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that I can actually be on this square rather than this one in order to kill them. Last time I needed to be on this square. This time I can be on this square. Matter of fact, I can actually just go... No, I'd rather be here, right? Didn't we say there was like a pretty fair chance of just killing them anyway? I could just go here, and then like, if I go here, then I definitely kill the fighter, right? Every time I kill the fighter. And I don't really think... Let me just start de-pairing people for versatility. And there's no, like, lethal damage from this mage onto the Lissa, so we're never going to go for that. Much better this time around. I don't know how much of that is RNG and how much of that is me just mining better and learning stuff about the position. Ooh, kind of scary. Okay, there we go. $19 defense, I think they will just prefer to go for Crom, right? Let me see what this Brigand rolled. Luna, oh, and, there's actually some 1-2 range here. 2 crits in a row. Fred Gore in the building, that's right. Another thing I could do is actually just begin pushing up this way. Like, I can just kill this guy with Frederick. Matter of fact, I can just kill both of them with Frederick. Right? Like 28, 23, that doesn't kill Frederick. So I can just attack them. But with sword? Iron axe, right? Oh, look, this is 9. So this is going to be 9. This is going to be less than 9. Yeah, I can just attack them. Technically, Vuln is better. I'll just run with everyone and then Vuln. I mean, I guess, like, okay, so here's the way that doesn't work, is because I actually, like, kind of need some space for Shamir to fight this guy, right? That's the only reason it doesn't quite work. But honestly, I could just, like, attack with the axe. 23 crit. Yeah, 23 crit with the generic weapon, exactly. Yeah, just attack this guy like that, right? Should be easy. He only has Luna, right? Yeah. Simple. Is there any way to get this guy to switch to the hand axe and drop the short axe? Or does item drops not work that way in this game? Oh, wait, Vantage. Okay. I could have got owned by that Vantage, I guess. I think 9-9 and the other number does, in fact, kill Frederick. I would have just found a way to not die. Right? Like, just find a way to occupy all these tiles. How hard can it be? I think the enemy will always go for short axe since it's stronger. Don't they actually do the, like, expected damage calculation, though? Like, if you can make the short axe have 0 hit and the hand axe have more than 0 hit, would they go for the hand axe? Okay, I need people to run out. I need people to vacate squares. Wait, why did I put Rickon in front? It's way better to have Sully in front. That's not how item drops work? Okay. I mean, that's the question. Like, if that's not how item drops work, then that's just not how item drops work. Okay, now in a way, they're neutralized, right? So... This is counter, though. But Silverlance just one-shots them, right? So I can just trade to Silverlance. I was about to say I can use Iron Axe here, but I can't really use Iron Axe, right? I should probably just use Silverlance. That seems like the safest way to go about this. There's no Vantage or anything like that, so... Like, I just Silverlance, and then this guy hits me, and I just Silverlance him back. And this position is so much easier than the other one. For one, there's no units over here. Any Vantage? There is Vantage, but I can always just heal with Maribel. I guess I could, like, trade to the Bronze Lance. Bronze Lance definitely kills this guy, right? I mean, come on, give me that. There we go, preserving silver. Just like that. And I can still mend Crom. Because sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I want my 1 HP. Which I do. Block off that way. This is going way better. Way better. And I don't think it was necessarily due to RNG rolls. I think it just, like, better understood. Well, no, I got the crit on that guy, which, like, changed a lot because I could just kill everybody all of a sudden. So that was a big change. Yeah, let's have everybody in, like, middling positions rather than being in really close up positions. Just have everybody in middling positions. That way we have some flexibility of where we would like to go. Raisins, are you gonna break a boss's weapon? I don't know yet. At the moment, the answer looks like it's going to be no. Okay, so there is, as a matter of fact, a counter mercenary. However, I can actually just leave with everybody. I can actually just have everybody leave the ranges and have Prom, Wormslayer, these two guys down. And then I'll just find a way to deal with this counter Myrmidon. Venge for One also puts Mary Bell closer to leveling staff range. Whoa. True. Just 66 experience at the moment. Is she getting 22 per ment? That appears to be the number. Yeah, I can just equip the Wormslayer. There's no Pavis here. This is still just counter. Okay. And this is just Hawkeye. Very manageable, actually. Matter of fact, I think I can just walk up here now and just, like, kill it with an axe. Maybe, like, walk up here now and just kill it with an axe is, not quite what's going to happen. No, actually, it's exactly what's going to happen. I have exactly enough to just kill it. Can I also get out? Can I also get rid of this guy? How about I try and save some for Prom? Okay, getting rid of this Wyvern just creates so much space for me and makes everything a lot easier, right? Like, everything else about the position becomes a lot easier if, like, just this one Wyvern is killed. Right? Okay, my punishment just the level ups have been significantly worse. Alonku can just leave, plain old. Yeah, and this is looking like a lot easier to deal with. There's still these 5 guys, but I should be able to find a way to get them to Crumb. For one, I actually have a lot of ranged attackers here who could theoretically deal with this Myrmidon if I needed to. I could also just try and find a way to pair Frederick into someone, and then Frederick can just spin around and Silver Lance him. In case I decide I need one more kill to go to Frederick in order to make this position safe. I suspect it's not walk up there and kill him with an axe. Probably trot or canter up there and kill him with an axe. Oh, true. What if he actually does walk? What if Frederick is just, like, so amazing and powerful that he just, like, gets off of his horse and walks? And that's 7 move. You know? What if he's just that good? I wouldn't be surprised. You know? I would be like, yeah, that makes sense to me. HP, luck, defense. Yeah, significantly worse levels than before. Frederick carries his horse, yeah. Frederick is strong enough to carry his horse, confirmed. It's true. Yeah, so what I can do is I can just go here, pair it to, like, Lissa. Lissa moves switches, Silver Lance is the guy. If that's even necessary. I mean, probably. He doesn't have, like, a lot of skills, but he's got enough that I would like to on it. Like, I don't want to just bunga in there without a plan, right? My plan currently is Wormslayer one-shot this guy, and then eventually find a way to kill him. That seems good. I guess I could technically be getting some support. Let's get some support, right? Let's have some fun. Try the hammer over here. Thunder. Thunder. Look at that. We're not even building support between those. What if Bronze Sword does it now? Just kidding. Literally never would have worked. Bronze Lance does it now, though. That's kind of funny. Red is the one who carries the horse. Yeah, exactly. You never see the AI make the play Raisin just did? Yeah, no. I mean, the AI is pretty intelligent, you know? It knows how to vacate tiles. I'm gonna go here, and then next turn I'm gonna fight this guy. Mostly to save uses on Wormslayer. Try and get a level up to Maribel. That sounds like a fun thing to do this chapter, get a level up on Maribel. Every time I see those big hits, I'm like anxious that I miscalculated the HP. And then I'm suddenly about to explode. Surely heal is enough, right? I need to watch out for EXP between Crom and women. I guess I have a B support with Robin. I know that fear, yeah. I think I consider Fates and Awakening AI to be the most intelligent in the series, to be honest. Yeah, probably. I mean, there's a number of things it does, which is just outright more sophisticated than, like, the other ones. Fates and Awakening AI, probably, yeah, I know that fear. Easier or harder that enemies don't attack into 0 expected damage when they do it, or when they don't attack in? I personally think it doesn't, like, change much, but it probably makes the game easier. Although I guess it'd actually just be equally easy to trivialize if they did attack into 0 expected damage, right? Like I'm saying here, like I don't think it makes much of a difference because I just think of ways to trivialize it if they don't attack into 0 expected damage. But it's also easy to trivialize if they do attack into 0 expected damage because you just live. I think in Fates there are definitely times when like if enemies did attack into 0 expected damage, the game would be a little bit harder. Harder for a couple maps, irrelevant on most. Harder that they don't attack into 0, or harder that they do, or harder if they did attack into 0. Because I think, like, partway through you typing your answer, I went on this long rant that had nothing to do with anything, and then I lost the point. On a map like Conquest 10, the enemies have an alternate condition. Ah, I see. Oh, I'm using up Elwinds. No. Okay, time to give Robin a Thunder. Let's think about the rest of these guys. Apparently, aggroing one aggroes them all, but there's no more counter Pavis. So if I just equip Wormslayer, just one-shot all of them, right? Is there any Hawkeye? There's no Hawkeye. So if I sit on a fort, I'm like overwhelmingly likely to just win. Okay, we're gonna use, there's a magic tile. We're going to use the magic tile, once again, to have Sumia bait out this guy, and then I'm going to sit on this tile. Ooh, counters. Yikes. Hold up a sec. These two guys have counter. This got a lot more complicated all of a sudden. Chapter 25 would be much easier if the enemies didn't attack for 0, but there's special AI on that map to make them attack for 0 anyway. Sumia bullies the Dark Mage. She just baits him out, really. It's all clever. Anyway, map looks pretty sorted. Unfortunately, my Robin and my Crom are not as good as they were last time. By last time, I mean last time we I finished the map, right? But then again, I still have a couple Crom levels left to go. I say easy, the map would be unchanged. Just walk up and killing Etrioma and win instantly. God works between streams. Yeah, exactly, Staples. I thought the far left Wyvern has counter mips. They don't have counter Pavis. He does have counter, but they don't have counter Pavis. And because they don't have counter Pavis, then the counter will never proc because I just one-shot them all with Wormslayer. And this guy doesn't have Luna, so I can actually just totally calculate how much damage he's going to deal to me between counter and Tomahawk. So Orton should be a very easy boss. Probably what I'm going to have to do is... I'm going to bait out the Dark Mage. Also, let me just run this way. Ideally, I get experience, but support would also be fine. Weapon rank would suck. Okay. I'm not mad. Yeah, the Worm's Lair was a good buy. Not mad, just disappointed. I am disappointed, actually. That does sum up my feelings. Yeah, just disappointed. I could do this pair for some plus defense. That seems pretty, like, fine. It was speed and defense. Anyway, basically then I go here and I just unequip after, of course, baiting out the mage. But going here basically dislodges this mage from this sort of, like, overlapping range formation. Ooh. There's Anathema. Regarding comment about Awakening Fate's AI being the most intelligent, was there something abusable about Engage AI that was not present in Fates or Awakening? Engage AI in particular does not attack into 0 expected damage. Or sorry, Engage AI in particular does not do the thing where they withdraw in order to vacate squares for lethal attacks. Which, as far as I know, is something that only Awakening and Fates AI do. And by the way, basically that one quality alone is like enough to make Fates and Awakening AI more sophisticated than any AI which doesn't do that. Like, that in particular. Like, the fact that Awakening and Fates AI can see, like, that just simply vacating squares can improve their position. Like, that alone is probably, like, it's both sophisticated and it makes them stronger. Furthermore, I think specifically Awakening AI, but... And by the way, this is not yet getting into anything about Engage AI. This is just about getting into things that were present in Awakening AI and Fates AI that were not present in Engage. Things which made Awakening and Fates AI stronger without talking about Engage. Or just that weren't present in Engage. Yeah, if I move and just leave my square, then this other unit can get a kill from my square. But in order for that to work, I need to leave my square. I think only Awakening and Fates AI are, like, capable of that logic. Additionally, and I'm going to need some help on this one, so someone who understands Awakening or Fates AI is really going to have to, like, correct me if, really, when I get this wrong. But I think they see something where they can see combined lethals. So they don't just look at their own attack, they actually see if their attack plus one of their friends can kill, and then if so, then that can, like, change their targeting priority. Whereas I think in most other games, all they do is they just... First, they check for their own lethal. Do they themselves have lethal with their attack? And then they just check for whichever one of theirs has highest expected damage. But I think in Awakening and Fates, they... Maybe just Awakening, or maybe just Fates, or maybe just Awakening Lunatic, they actually do check for combined lethals. And will change their targeting AI if they find one. Now, I think they only check for combined lethals with 2 units. But they do check for combined lethals. I think. And again, by the way, LMP, this is just so far only getting into things which Awakening AI and Fates AI do that Engage AI doesn't. Now getting into Engage AI and why especially Engage AI is weaker than Awakening and Fates AI. It's a yes, but I think if I recall correctly, they won't they won't suicide for combined lethal. Yeah, that makes sense. So Engage AI also really overvalues chain attacks. They really overvalue breaking. And they really overvalue smashing with smash weapons. I don't know if they overvalue smashing with smash weapons in order to achieve a break, or if they just, like... I think they really overvalue smashing with smash weapons in order to get a break. FE12 looks in combined kills, but will block each other anyway. Oh, I see. FE12 sees it. Hola, what's up, Firecap? I don't fully understand the mechanics behind it. I don't think anyone but the devs understands it fully, but sometimes the enemies will attack into suboptimal expected damage, and only in cases where, like, a combined lethal is possible. Yeah, so we don't... It's not fully understood, but it's definitely like they're not attacking into the best expected damage, and as a result, they end up getting a combined lethal. Septi, whenever that happens, is the result always a combined lethal? Whether or not it's guaranteed because of hit rate, like, or dual strikes, like, is the result, like, from enemy 1 attacking into suboptimal expected damage always that enemy 2 then follows up on it and gets a lethal on that target? Again, I don't really understand the mechanics fully, but that's, like, the basic gist of it. But, yeah, to kind of, like, continue on the point, Alemfi, like, in addition to Engage not having a lot of the parameters which make Awakening and Fates AI strong, Engage AI also has a lot of parameters which makes it very weak, notably overvaluing chain attacks, notably overvaluing break. That's mostly it. I've seen them miss, but never seen them do it without producing lethal chance. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you know, miss, whatever. Like, that's the point. This map seems hard on L+. It was kind of tricky for a bit, but I think I figured it out pretty well here. I will say, like, once after the save state, once I, like, thought about the position more, I found a lot of strong plays that I could do. That just, like, won the map very handily. Were the skill rolls favorable or unfavorable? I don't know. This chapter is a notorious run killer and resetless. Yeah. Metal 8 with a 7-month sub. Holy crap. Thank you so much, dude. 7 months. Thank you for the support.
Sometimes I dip my Oreos in OJ instead of milk. Engage in its difficulty gives me hope for the next Fae 2.
At least that's vegan. Right? But yeah, so let's leave for a moment, kind of like referring to Limpy's question, let's leave for a moment the things that Awakening and Fate's AI does to be strong. Engage AI just does a lot of stuff to be weak. Like, I don't really know if the devs thought that elevating, like, okay, let me be clear. Engage enemies prioritize expected damage, and they actually do the expected damage math, right? Like, they actually do multiply their hit rate by their damage, and then, like, they actually do the proper multiplication to find the real expected damage. But they seem to give elevated priority to chain attacks, where very oftentimes they will make an attack that has a chain attack, even though that attack's expected damage, including the expected damage from the chain attack, was lower than something else that they could have made. Matter of fact, they very oftentimes choose to chain attack over lethal, which is, like, obviously very weak, right? Because especially if they have, like, not even lethal, over, like, guaranteed lethal. I think some people have seen them. I think some people have seen Engage AI chain attack over guaranteed lethal, which is, like, okay, let me be perfectly honest. If a Fire Emblem AI does not have guaranteed lethal at the very top of their targeting priority, it cannot be a strong AI, right? You can definitely observe the overvaluing break mechanics, the suboptimal chain attack. Yeah, no. I mean, I think it's a lot of times, like, a lot of just good strats in Engage never even, like, face chain attacks to begin with. Maybe in, like, Chapter 14 you might. I think about Awakening Fate's AI, and you're kind of, like, going out of my thing. Engage is a huge deal. One of the things, sorry, let me read Septi's thing out fully. Oh, another thing Awakening Fate's AI does that Engage doesn't, which is a huge deal. While neither game do the units consider their own invisible skills, Awakening and Fate's AI are capable of occasionally seeing some of those skills. Fate's enemies can see Vantage if it is procced on the map once before, for instance. I see. Agreement tiles counts as outdoor, I see. Another good reason to run cabs, yeah. FE12 and 11-2, it doesn't look at combined kills. Instead, it would go for suboptimal damage potential without factoring in true hit. For combined kill on someone else. I thought FE12 just prioritizes highest damage number. Does it actually do the expected damage with true hit calculation? I know FE12 has this other weird thing where it, like, elevates priority for attacks with at least 3 crit, or some, whatever the number is. There's, like, some number of crit past which, like, the attacks have elevated priority. Okay, it does do the expected damage without true hit. So if they have 90 hit, will it do damage times 0.9, or will it do damage times 0.98, or will it do damage times 1? Make Robin a war cleric? I don't have Robin, I have Shamir. So this with the pun license, what are they gonna do with it? Everyone's waiting with bated breath to hear the pun. FE12, I'm pretty sure, just does expected damage. Assumes they always crit with 2% or more. Oh, so they actually just... When they do the expected damage calculation, they round 2% up to 100. Make Shamir a war monk? No. Suboptimal chain attacks is probably easy to see in Chapter 5. Then you're going for 0 plus chain attack on Louis over, like, 12 damage on Alfred. Yeah. Even with some of the problems I face, all the maps are fun, lol. Yeah. I really liked all the Fates maps, yeah. So this is still waiting on the pun. Maybe they're just buying it for later. Rickon is pretty windy. If only he could hold it in. Oh my god. Okay. Get out of here. Revoke that license. Okay. Yeesh. 3 crit. 8 luck. Okay, so we actually need to give her some support. Can't Sumia get crit here, theoretically? Reduces avoid dodge by 10 for all enemies within 3 spaces. Okay, I've seen a problem now with this play, and that is that Sumia could theoretically get crit. Here's what I'm going to say to that. It's actually not a problem, because I don't care if Sumia gets crit. Honestly, while IP12 enemies, assuming they always crit, is probably a poor strategic decision. I aspire to that level of confidence. I mean, maybe it's like a fine strategic decision, right? Maybe IP12 enemies just recognize that the expected value is that they lose. So they just try and go for whatever has variance. Don't care about Fred's speed para. Okay, so let's think about what I would do if not that. I'd probably put Fred here, unequipped. These guys would all run at me. Frederick Gaming? Yeah, they only have to get lucky once, that's all I'm saying. Right? My guess with chain attack AI is that they wanted to make sure the AI would take advantage of chain attacks before having the backup enemies attack other units, but accidentally made it too high a priority. I mean, the thing is, you can achieve that by just like having the chain attacks, by just giving the chain attacks regular priority, right? Yeah, they know they're not going to make it. That might actually just be the best strategy for the AI. It's just like, well, if we get lucky, like if we never get lucky, then we lose. So our only hope is to get lucky. So let's just try to get lucky, right? Chain attacks sure are a thing. Like if they had given chain attacks identical priority, then what would have happened is whenever chain attacks were strong, they would have gone for chain attacks. And whenever chain attacks were weak, they wouldn't have gone for chain attacks. I think I rarely use chain attacks. Yeah, kind of similar. They're not very strong. Yeah, sometimes I would like do one on accident, but you know. For the most part, you can kind of just like walk up and kill them, right? Like it's engaged. You can just kind of have whatever stats you want past a certain point. There's like a couple maps where you can't just have whatever stats you want necessarily, right? A lot of cases where the AI prioritizes something that is essentially already included and it makes the AI far weaker. Yeah, exactly. FV6, for instance, has an AI type that causes it to get plus 50 priority count on flying classes, which is used on archers. Yeah, but if, you know, they already just had effective damage. Like, the thing is, if there's no Philly shield, then they just have, like, you know, 27 damage, right? They can just see their final value of attack, so the priority gets excessive, yeah. Most of these chain attacks for applying poisons, as Marin usually gets ignored over Mage Knights from bondage shielding. Oh, true. I definitely have done the thing where I put Lucina on Marin, and then, like, got some poison from chain attacks on a boss or something. I think I've done that for the Chapter 17 bosses before. I think it gets hard until Chapter 17. I feel kind of the opposite. I feel like Engage is a lot harder in the early game, and then after a while, it's just like, alright, we're kind of done. Maybe like Chapter... What's the first, like, really easy chapter where it's like, okay. Well, so I guess some of the early ones are like, oh, okay, you literally just walk forward and kill the boss, like Chapter 8, right? Tamara is final lever? That might explain it. You know? No wonder you think the early game is easy. There's no opportunity to use Tamara. Right? Engage is fun to go all backup units? Yeah, yeah. Chimera fun unit? Exactly. Okay, so let's think about this. So imagine for a sec that I did just go here. Okay, no. Imagine for a sec that I like put Frederick here, unequipped, of course. And then behind him was, say, Robin. Or I guess Crom is better. He's providing B for 10 dodge. And the 10 dodge actually cancels out Anathema completely, right? I do get attacked by the Nosferatu, and I do get attacked by one of Steel Sword or Steel Axe. Avale with a gifted sub. Thanks so much, Avale. And to Sothis. Enjoy it. Gifted out a lot of gifted subs, Avale. I really appreciate the support. Sothis, enjoy the emotes. Engage difficulty is very weird to talk because game knowledge matters so much. That is kind of the thing with Fire Emblem, right? It's like if you... I don't want to say if you just know all the mechanics, but if you know most of the mechanics, I guess knowing all the mechanics works as well. But if you just know all the mechanics and know which ones are strong and which ones are weak, then I feel like most of the Fire Emblem games are pretty straightforward and easy. Maybe not Lunatic Plus because you have the random skills. That makes it harder. Then his goated physical stats? Yeah, no, seriously, thank you so much for the sub. Baby girl playing, look at the flame shake. Yeah. Engages hard from like 1 to 6, then settles down a bit from 7 through 16, starts ramping up a bit, 17 through 22. 23, 26 is a slog, at least in my opinion. 23 through 26 I feel like are really easy. I think 22 is really hard. And... it's like the next hardest map after 22. They just feel very long for no reason. I don't know. They kind of end in like 1 or 2 turns for me when I play them. I have Micaiah, so it's like, whatever. 26 is alright. Slayer. I'm already just saying I beat the game. If I get to 23, I feel that way. '23 can be a slog because of the freeze spam. I think I've never got frozen on that map, though. Like, I either silence them or I kill them, or both. Even when I played them out, and I think my first couple playthroughs I did play them out, or I would, like, play them out just to, like, get a little bit of EXP, and then whenever I felt like, oh, okay, I can just pull the trigger on the bosses, then I just pull the trigger on the bosses. I don't do the rescue skipping whenever you're supposed to skip to the bosses in, like, 25. Yeah, in, like, skip to the boss, you mean in, like, 25 or, like, in 25? Because skipping to the boss in 25 is, like, in my opinion, very obvious. Like, it's just 2 warps and then you're there. The only map I didn't play out my first playthrough was 25. I played out all the maps in 26, in chapter 26. 26 is a bit tricky. It's a lot easier if you just 2-turn it instead. Because if you 2-turn it, then the only person who attacks you is Sombron, right? In chapter 25. I wish I could type in English. How about just, like, redo the whole sentence from the start? Because I think I'm confused about what you're trying to ask. Legitimately. For 25, just kill the thief, where they open the doors in the middle spawns, where it's all just crowded. Yeah. The middle spawns are all just crowded. I don't know, I just kind of saw that I could warp and then warp again and then kill the boss. I was shocked to see the boss had so few health bars, too. I was like, okay, I'll just take it out. Maybe I did it in 2 turns, because on turn 1, I just, like, moved, like, a tile northeast or something. I don't know how to do the rescue skip to Lumera and 2-turner. So, I think doing... 2-turner. So, turn 1, you just kind of, like, make your center-left group, and you, like, budge a little bit to the northeast, and then you just Micaiah rewarp once, Micaiah rewarp twice, and you are there. Or warp. Warp works too. Hortensia Micaiah? Not necessarily Hortensia. Alir can do it too. Yeah, you just use Micaiah with warp. But in any case, I think like Frederick here, unequipped of course, with some guys around giving support. Hortensia is finally using her. Same with Fran, Baby Anna. Oh no. Fran's pretty good, yeah. If I just surround Frederick with people who support him, then nothing bad happens. I take a hit from the Nosferatu, theoretically, and I take a hit from the Steel Axe, theoretically. How much damage is that in total? Okay, first of all, do I get doubled by anybody? No, okay. Hortensia is necessary for warp skipping 15, but I think that's the only one she's required for. 15. Is that true? I thought I saw someone do it once with Pandreo. You're talking about doing the thing where you, like, open the door in the top right. Yeah, I see it on map, yeah. Opening the door in the top right reveals the section in the bottom right and makes it warpable, right? I don't quite remember. I don't remember it. The warp from the starting room to the last room is 1 tile short without her. Need 6 tile warp to warp someone into the second to last room in the middle. I need to beat Lynn's so I can start on Roy's game. Just never played the GBA. Oh, no. I played on my Goddess phone. Nice, nice. FE6 is one of my favorites. I love FE6. Yeah, but what was I saying? I think Frederick unequipped is like totally fine here. Put Crom here, he supports Frederick. Put Lissa here, she supports Frederick. Does Sumia build up support with Frederick? Okay, if Frederick goes here, gets attacked, doesn't do anything, and then Sumia is just here, do they build support? I actually would like to build some support between Sumia and Frederick. Keep distracting him, chat. 6 Awakening and Fates are my favorite. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. With these 3 levels of support are enough to negate the crit, right? Because Crom and Frederick have a B support, which I think is 3 levels of support. He's got 1 from Sully. I think if Sumia guards, they build support. Yeah, but she's not going to guard. She's just going to be here. Sully will be the partner. Invades and EXP gaining action would need to happen. I'm not sure if it's the same in Awakening. I mean, whoa. Oh, to build support. I mean, how about I just do it? Like, here's the thing. I've already identified that I, like, have adequate, survivability, movement, etc. for what I'm trying to do. So how would I just do it with Lissa? And then if I don't build support, like, so what, right? Do not have anything equipped, right? I have 21 defense. Surely these guys are not gonna do anything bad to me. Yeah, there's like an 18 damage Nosferatu, 13 damage Nosferatu rather, but like, so. Whatever formation results should be easier to, like, especially if the Silver Lance goes in front, right? I'll just be way easier. I'm gonna try and pay attention to, just really try and see whether or not I gain support. But this looks pretty fine. I can just bait them out, begin to fight. Should be good. We're getting a lot of EXP on this Frederick, huh? Okay. Makes life a little bit harder that he moved. Someone has pass. Who? You? Funky. You have, like, Aegis or anything? No, but you do have Vantage. Oh, this seems alright. There's a Vantage here. I guess I could, like, occupy this tile, and then just mend Lissa. And that's safe. And then I need to trade over to Silverlance so that I don't prot counter against this guy. You could transfer Crom to Vake before Robin attack. I would lose the speed required to double. Because I actually need this +5 speed. Hold still, chat. I still can't believe they're trying to give me cheap viewers, you know? I've been over this one before, but if I were like one of those spam bots, I would promise the best view, not the cheap. I would say high quality viewers, high price, you know? And then I would charge a lot of money. Think about it. Imagine they got the best viewers. Be gone, bot. You know, I could charge a high price, but my customer base would be okay with that because they're thinking, man, we're getting the best viewers. You know? Elwind. Simple as, right? Yeah, we already have the best viewers. There's no improvements to be made on these. How's Iron Axe do? 100%. GG? Yeah, and then I just have Lissa mend and switch him to Silverlance. Gonna get replaced. I got better viewers than me. Oh yeah, my Twitch bot farm got the best viewers. I have only the best. Actually, all I do is I just like send a message, send all you guys over there. Be like, all right, yeah. I'll just put all of you on the bat phone. We could also get a dual strike. It's pretty likely. Can I like get a thunder tome maybe for this? Seems a little bit better. Like, let me just use the Dookie tome. Nice. Worked out. Now just equip the silver. Occupy all the tiles. I guess I need to make sure nobody can get crit. That's why Lissa's going there, right? Yeah, 3 crit and then all the dodge. And then Silverlance just kills this guy every time, right? I've been over this 100 times. Only Crom was gay for Frederick. Imagine. The world would be too powerful if Frederick could be Lucina's dad. I've been watching for free. I should start charging for my viewership. I know, right? What if that's like someone's Fiverr account, you know? Someone's Fiverr service is you pay me and then I show up to your Twitch chat and be like an active viewer. Someone would probably buy that. Huh? Gay Awakening is calling? Yo, true. Okay, now what? So here's an issue. All of the wyverns are covering the square. So I actually need to like run away with everybody real quick, you know, just everybody run away. Didn't you finish chapter yesterday? Bear in mind this is the middle of the night for me. I did, but Frederick died, so I'm going back to redo it. And I'm pretty sure this mage is activated now, so... You know, what if I just counter the mage? 1v1 me, bro? How much support rank do I have with the beast support? I guess I can just literally look. Okay, 0% crit. This seems fine. I can just 1v1 the mage in this forest. Oh, and then Shamir gets EXP. You could just solve the group right now with a range attack. Yeah, I'll just sit here, right? This seems fine. I don't know if magic avoids... Oh, he has Hawkeye, so... It definitely avoids defense. I was like, I wonder if magic bypasses terrain avoid, but he has Hawkeye, so we'll never know. Right? But yeah, I could just sit. Right? Didn't have power state? Yeah. I'm not redoing the map. I'm not redoing the map for you. Oh, yeah. Firecat wasn't here. Firecat actually DM'd me and said, hey, I missed your chapter 5 clear. Can you redo it? I was like, yeah. Anything for you, Fairy Cat. Yeah, I could just begin with this. Seems alright. I guess technically it's better to initiate the attack, because it gets me more EXP. But I'm just gonna sit. Boom! GG. Okay. So how's this gonna work? Remember, like, none of these jokers have any threatening skills whatsoever. There's not a single Pavis counter among them. And by Pavis counter, I mean specifically the combination of both Pavis and counter, which is what's required for them to be threatening. So can I just sit on the fort, fight them all? Probably. On turn 1, only 2 of them can even hit me in the first place. I'm going to heal up Robin just in case I decide I want to switch to Robin at some point. Rains would never mess up and let Fred die. Yeah, that was actually my... I was about to say my brother had the controller, but my brother's like literally in chat right now, and I don't want to throw him under the bus. I don't want to be like, dude, my brother's such a noob at Fire Emblem. Ho, 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 ho. Look at this guy. You know? Because he's actually quite good at Fire Emblem. Little brother appears, Mongo, out of nowhere. Okay. Yeah, I think I literally can just sit on that tile with a Worm Slayer. It does need to be a Worm Slayer, so I kill this guy in 1 hit. You come up, you don't do any damage to me, right. I have like a gazillion avoid. Imagine being good at Fire Emblem, can't relate. The thing is, my brother can relate. Because he's my brother. That. Oh. Come on. Okay, we go here. Go where? What's everyone's hit rate on me? Like, imagine for a sec I just calculated my hit rate. Okay. 33 avoid to begin with. 20 from the fort. 53 avoid. Plus 10 from the weapon triangle. 63 avoid. Plus 10 from denying them their axe rank bonus. 73 avoid. Already I've knocked them down to 22. My little brother, though, asked to play FA one time, tried Awakening Prologue, concluded Frederick was overpowered. I mean, it's kind of crazy, like, how bell curved it gets sometimes, right? Like, it really is just the bell curve game, you know? Like, brand new player picks it up, sees Frederick just has way more stats than everyone else, and concludes, well, they must be good, right? Like, it's literally come down to the point where, hold on, where's my options menu? Oh, I do want to actually see animations here. There we go. And I'll make sure that I have the image for, like, the bosses and whatnot and whatever, okay? But what is it? Where's the interface? Simplified, there we go. Honestly, that right there, that's just how I evaluate units these days most of the time, you know? Just, who is the biggest number? Yo, does Frederick actually have a bigger number? Ooh, 89, unless... Aha, 97. Yo, Frederick's better than Crom, just saying. I mean, it's plain as day, ain't it? Did he weaken them so Frederick could swoop in for the kills? There we go, the IGN gamer, right? Frederick's just killing, that's true. Anyway, even if this attack hits and this attack hits, I still live, right? Because I actually just have more than, however much bulk that is, I just have more than it. And there's no Luna involved, right? Like, once these guys swoop in, maybe I need to start thinking about survivability, right? That's like 20 minutes, which I might have checked out what's happening real quick. We're fighting the boss. We're doing it now. We're taking him now. No, Anakin! A leader must never rest, and most of all, never stop learning. 20 EXP, fellas. Actually pretty handy. I'll take that. Speaking of stats, did you finish the minimal stats engage run? No, whoa. Okay, I thought he attacked me in melee for a sec. I was like, oh my god, they're geniuses. No, I did not finish that run. Unit with 99 res and no other stats would be better than both Crom and Fred. True, true. Well, yeah, because the unit would be Lissa, right? This is obviously better than both. With a Gobber. Okay, there's 22 incoming hit. I thought for a sec, like, the perspective made it appear as though he was attacking me in melee, which would have been a massive brain play.
Well fought.
Well fought. Yeah, I do need to consider what is the best approach for these guys. So there's a counter Luna. So on the fort, I have 20, or they have 20 hit on me. And they do actually a fair bit of damage. These enemies suck. Yeah, these ones are way easier to deal with than the other incarnations. Right? But there was a chance I like get really owned if they all hit and like proc Luna. I always hear well fought is from saying something different. Yeah. Was that sarcastic, Crom? The guy didn't even hit you. I don't know. Whenever I re-queue into someone in StarCraft, I always tell them well played. The prior game, even if I thought they played like a total noob and it was a completely embarrassing performance. And usually they're polite and they're like, no, I actually played that crap that game. You know? I try to find something to compliment about their play. Unless they're a barcode. Yeah, see, look at that. If this guy only knew, if only he knew. Oh, not hurting Wormslayer because there's counter? Yeah, there's some counter present. Actually, this is the only other guy with counter, right? Imagine for a sec I just did this. This isn't even that bad. We get Robin EXP as well. Oh, but this gets Crom EXP. How's Falchion do? Funko? Not very well. People are polite in StarCraft 2. Most people are polite on StarCraft 2, actually, all told. Like, general chat is really toxic, and like 1 out of 10 people are like really like maybe like 1/10 of people are kind of toxic. But the thing is, it's a 1v1 game, and the person you're talking to is always your opponent, right? Yeah, general chat. I think, yeah, general chat's just been nothing but like non-stop talk about Trump for like 10 years now. That's just been the whole entire general chat the whole time. I'm just like, okay, I'm muting this whole entire channel. But yeah, what is it? Yeah, like in StarCraft 2, they could be toxic, but if they're toxic, you just mute. Like, they're always your opponent, right? So you never have to work with them. All you have to do is beat them. And if they're like actually just being total trash, then you just mute. Like you just mute them, right? Kind of nice. Anyway, I want to... Okay, which actually has a higher chance of success? Sitting on the fort and facing only the 8%? Or being on the forest and facing 1 fewer attack? First of all, how many of these attacks actually need to hit, right? You do 10, and then each Luna guy does... Most toxic people are ran into in rank is Terran. Yeah, it's always Terrans. The thing is, like, you're just used to it. If you queue into a Terran and they start whining, I'm not even surprised anymore. That's all Terrans do, is just whine. Well, I did only pick up StarCraft 2 this month and really only seen general. Haven't done any online matches. The online matches are pretty fun. I know it can be stressful to start an online match, but once you do it, you just click it. What have you been playing in StarCraft 2? Campaign, arcade? Yeah. Genshot's nothing but toxic politics. Yeah, like, the thing is, if Terran players start whining, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I like the Protoss, let's go. For sure. Join the Discord. I've been looking for someone to join up in 2v2s. Or like team games. I would totally queue in some StarCraft 2 with you, Fiery Cat, if you were like, yo, let's play some StarCraft 2. I thought about streaming it one day. Trying to be the hardest AI. Zerg for life. Let's go. Try to be the hardest AI. Yeah, the AIs are actually really good. StarCraft 2, I will say. Just like 1v1ing them, yeah. Gosh, what was I saying? The AIs are actually pretty strong in StarCraft 2. But yeah, like... Terrans will whine, but that's it. And then, I've literally never known a Zerg or a Protoss player to whine. It's a balanced whine. They've always just been, like, totally chill about everything. You know, like if you ask them a question, then they'll answer correctly. They'll still be honest about like what about the matchups gives them difficulty and what about the matchups I think doesn't give them difficulty or what they ought to do or what they ought to not do. But yeah, no, Zerg players and Protoss players are usually like pretty polite. Yeah, it's just the Terrans. It's super funny. I mean, the thing is like someone related it to like DPSs and MMOs. Like, you know how in MMOs, like the DPS players somehow have like huge egos the whole time, right? Like they just have massive like whiny egos. And like Terran's kind of similar because with Terran, like all of their units have no HP and tons of damage and range, and you kind of have to win by just like out-muscling your opponent most of the time. Like, I will be honest, Terran does require APM, and it does require macro, and it does require mechanics, so, like, you know, you do just kind of have to, like, be stronger than your opponent and, like, just get in there and kill them. There's not really as many funny tricks you can do, but, yeah, no. Basically a human main, exactly. I'm in the Discord, no, I'm still quite new to the game. It's fair, it's fair, it's fair. I've taken people who have literally played, like, 0 StarCraft and played team games, and it's a lot of fun, you know? Like, you just queue in. It'd be good. Yeah, no. But yeah, the Terran players will whine about this, whine about that. It's like, seriously, man. But hold on, I actually have an opportunity to do some math. So here's the thing, you just do 10 to me, right? Oh, wait, you do 10? Just kidding. You do 8 to me, right? If I take 8, I go down to 23. How much damage do these guys do? So Luna halves my defense. 9, right? Halves it to 9. I don't know anything about this game, just assuming the meme, some guy going, I always use rock, followed by another lame paper main, ruining the game. So, like, the 3 races don't really counter each other at all, except apparently Terran has been beating Protoss a lot recently. In, like, higher level play. But the 3 races are actually, like, remarkably well-balanced against each other, I will say. Like, remarkably well-balanced. I mean, I guess, like, there's only 3 of them, so it's a little bit easier to balance things when there's only 3 races, right? But it's not like a literal rock, paper, scissors. But, like... Yeah, I don't know what it is about the Terrans, where, like, the Terrans are always the whiners, right? I will say, like... very oftentimes it's because, like, the Terran players just have, like, a very one-note strategy. Like, they only learned early game or mid-game bio timings, right? Where all they do is just make a bunch of infantry. They just make a bunch of Marines, right? And if they can't win with just Marines, they're gonna complain, you know? Like, I figured them out. I just upgrade armor and get AoE, and then they lose. Terran loses against 200 supply and starts raging. Yeah, no, it's crazy. It's like, dude, it wouldn't, like... Yeah, 200 supply Protoss, exactly, and just starts raging. It's like, look, dude, you don't have to, like, make 7 barracks with reactors every single game, okay? You can make a unit other than Marines. You can spend Vespene gas. Trust me, you can tech out of your basic unit. It's almost like they should get good. Yeah, I mean, I know, like, on paper, Marines kind of beat everything. That's the thing, like, on paper, your race just wins everything. And at the highest level, your race does win everything, basically. Wasn't it, like, Esports World Cup is, like... I think there's like 4 Protosses and 10 Terrans qualified for it or something. No, not even. There's 2 Protosses. I think it's like Hero and Creator. There's like 20 players qualified and 2 of them are Protoss. What game are you guys talking about? StarCraft 2. Hero and Creator. Like, maybe there's like one. Oh no, Showtime qualified. He's a pro. Spoiler. Because that game happened like a couple days ago. But Showtime qualified. And he's a Protoss. Yeah, there's like 4 out of 20. Or like I think there's 24 players in there are qualified. Like 4 of them are Protoss, and then there's like 12 Terrans. And Terran players will still complain that Terran versus Protoss is imbalanced. It's like, shut up. They do Marina and then go to town on that Marine split micro. Dude, I suck. Astrea as well. Oh, okay, Astrea's in there, so 4 Protoss. Yeah, 4 Protoss. I knew it was like Hero, Creator, Showtime, and then like probably one other person I just forgot about. So yeah, 4 Protoss. 4 Protoss, 9 Terran, 5 Zerg is the split. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and then every Terran online is gonna tell me like, oh, Terran versus Protoss is imba. Protoss beats Terran every time. Never mind, like historically the matchup has been like, I remember recently the matchup was literally like 55-45 Terran versus Protoss. Like Blizzard actually released the data, like here's the matchup data, and it was 55-45 Terran versus Protoss. Like, shut up, dude. You're literally winning everything. Like, just get good. Okay. And then in the next balance patch, Terra gets buffed, right? No. But yeah, who are the Zergs again? It's Dark, Raynor, Serral. Rogue? Solar and Shin, not Rogue. Yeah, Solar and Shin. Those are the ones. And then everyone else is Terran. It's like, what, Maru, Clem. I'm trying to remember who else. Maru and Clem qualified. Bunny didn't, right? Serral is awesome. Serral is so funny. He's just a total robot when he plays the game, right? But he's actually got like a sick sense of humor whenever you listen to him. Raynor is my favorite though. I'm cheering for Dark. I'm cheering for Dark and Hero. That's who I want to win. You know, Dark because he's a dad. On Wings of Liberty released Terran was Giga OP. Giga OP. Terran got nerfed like every patch. Well, they kept on changing the bunker build time, yeah. I mean, I think like it didn't help that one day Infestor Broodlord got invented. And then Zerg was just OP for a while, but yeah. Let's return to this, actually. Let's do this math. I keep on, like, getting distracted. So go down to 23 HP if this guy hits. Then how much damage do these guys do? It's... Oh, this guy should just 30. Okay, hold up. This is 30. I'm opening up Excel. So one guy does 8. This guy up here, he procs Luna Plus. All of these guys have Luna Plus, man. Ew, math. So my defense is currently 17, so Luna Plus brings it down to 9, right? Isn't that what happens with Luna Plus? It brings it down to 9. So it's 30 minus 9. And then he loses Weapon Triangle. Or he loses weapon rank, and I impose -1 from weapon triangle, right? I can actually... I'm pretty sure that's what happens. At B, don't I impose -1 damage, or don't I impose -1 damage taken, or impose -1 damage dealt, whatever. You get the point. I have B rank swords, and this is weapon triangle. So therefore, I get less damage taken. I'm pretty sure. And the hit rate's easy, it's 20. And then this guy's 2 and hit rate is 12, apparently. Or this guy's hit rate is 12. Raisin Pull does though, L plus skill. Excel plus, yeah, exactly. No, for real. Okay, so... Kuroy, having B rank swords gives them -1 damage dealt when I have weapon triangle on them, right? Isn't that how it works? Because I'm trying to figure out exactly how much damage I'm going to take. I know it's 11 plus 18, so 29 so far. But then -1 puts it down to 28. Minus my 9 defense brings it down to 19. And then minus the 2 from the fort brings it down to 17, I'm sure is what it does. Let's take away the 1 damage from their AX. Yeah, I'm already able to do that one on my own. Whenever I'm asking about the weapon triangle advantage, I'm not at all asking about removal of weapon rank bonuses. I'm already able to factor that one in. But I'm pretty sure I've calculated correctly that this guy will do 17 to me. Meanwhile, these guys do 15. Braum has how much HP? 31. So 3 need to hit if I'm on the fort. They need to hit 3 times. The 2 are in hit rate. This is equals 2 times that squared plus that all over 10,000. Yeah, and it's a perfect 3%. So these are 3% and these are 8.2s. Weapon triangle, I keep forgetting about it. Yeah. And apparently they need to hit 3. No, they either need to hit the 17 and 1 other, or they need to hit 3. Now compare this to... if these were instead of a 15 and a that. If it were +1 damage from each. Then this guy would have to hit, and then at least one of the other two would have to hit. But it's slightly higher each time. E, 5 hit avoid, 10 hit avoid, and then A is 15 hit avoid, 1 attack. Gotcha. Already it's looking like sitting on the fort is just way stronger. Also, what's the chance of no dual guards? Equals 0.43 squared times the quantity product of those two plus product. So I'm reading a 0.9% chance of death. 0.9%, probability 0.009, if I just do this. Meanwhile, let's look at the lethal combos from here. I either get hit by him and one of these. So that's two ways. Or I get hit by all three of these. Those are the two things that could happen. Because if this guy, okay, if he misses and one of these misses, then I never die, right? Or if all three of these miss, then I never die. Let me just find out the probability of all three of these hitting, and then the probability of each of these like little joint pairs. So it's equal to 2 times 0.43 squared times product of these two. Yeah, and I already did 2 times. Because there's 2 of those. And there's also the chance of all 3 of them hitting with no dual guards. This is looking much lower. Yeah, it's like 0.2% if I just sit. It's 0.2% versus 0.9%. Oh, I have Elwind equipped.
Good.
Is Kathleen the best saint? It's true. Okay. Off to a bad start. There's a chance that the other guy hits with no dual guard. Now I'm angry. You can't dual strike here anyway. Oh, true. Not bad. Go me. From Mad. From Smash. Yes, counter. Let me not do that. I guess I could like switch to Robin here. Fight this one. He's doing like 8 damage to me for it though, right? I'll just keep on eating these 8s. That was close, though. Shamir goes to dual guard me from time to time, right? Prom is pretty good in Smash, I hear. Prom Wormslayer DS would obliterate him, though. What if I did Falchion? Pretty sure Falchion also does it. I mean, the thing is, this actually also always kills me. Not always kills me. One thing I could do is just, like, enemy phase a bunch. It's not like he's ever going to choose to go in melee, right? They never choose to just, like, screw it, I'm going to melee you, right? He's always going to attack from his current square. If there were terrain, and obviously if he were grounded and there were terrain, then maybe that would make him budge. But in my experience, they always prefer to just stay wherever they were, right? To be clear, I would not issue this attack command. I would just sit. Like, I would just switch, have Shamir in the front position, and then just end turn. That's what I would do, to be clear. But if he just decided, I'm going to attack you in melee, then he could destroy me. Ranged won't go into melee without terrain. I trust Kruroy on this. Or if they're completely body blocked and forced to. Gotcha. If they were in melee, would they back up? Like, if this boss were actually already adjacent to me, would he back up? I'm actually just curious. They won't back up. I've never had this guy melee me in my life. Aegis plus. Ooh, speed defense. We can just keep doing this, right? I would like to get more EXP on Crom, but this is fine. 15 speed is actually kind of nice. Just save states to science it. The lowest tiles he can move to is 0. Really, I should just turn off animation. So wait, hold on, leveled speed, and this is making me double. That's not a Shamir level. What did she get? Speed something? Shamir's fast though. The lowest tiles he can have to move is 0 and still get his ideal attacks, which is move 0. Gotcha, yeah. I know that in general, enemies they don't do the like GBA thing where they actually kind of prefer to budge a little bit. And like GBA enemies actually kind of prefer to wiggle to a different square. But she got like speed defense, right? I want to say. Anyway, I could also just walk up and get the kill with Kron super fast. That doesn't seem too bad. Speed defense? Yeah, I didn't remember, but... More EXP onto Krom, or I could get more EXP onto Shamir. Krom EXP is probably more valuable, but I'll get some Shamir. Do I just give up on this Shamir? I mean, look at this, man. I guess like getting a point of strength would actually be quite handy. So we're getting a point of strength on Krom by just getting a point of strength on Krom. There will be more opportunities. This is like literally the easiest opportunity for a Shamir level I've ever seen in my career. Discounting all the times I played 3 houses. Thank you, Krom. Giovanni's prefer to do that, like to be near allies. Yeah, they count themselves. Hey, there we go. We got strength. Plus 1 strength to Krom. Yeah, they do prefer to do that. They want to be near allies, but then they think that they are their own. I mean, like, in a way, they are their own ally, but, you know, they move, they're not near more allies. Exactly.
Hey.
I'm glad you're safe. Right, guys, we saved Frederick this time. I'm waiting for that last HP for dramatic flare. Yeah, no. Oh wait, there's a paralog here? Holy crap. Whoa, and 2 Ana shops actually. Look at that. Whoa, check out that RNG. Hold up. What stats class did you give Robin? I gave her speed, boon, resistance, bane. Okay, Frederick Sumia, see. Dang, rescue and master seal. I know, this is like a gas Ana shop, man. I want you to know that that previous conversation literally made me queue up StarCraft 2 for reinstall. Let me know, dude. We'll pop in the Discord and play some after stream's done. Rescue and Master Seal is insane. Exactly. I'm just gonna sell the large bullion and get that. I feel like I can topple the mountain. Gain a surge of luck and... A surge of luck and defense for this map? Dude, what? Did someone tell a funny joke? Certainly not. I mean, what if I just like promote Crom to Great Lord or whatever? And then just win the map with freaking Great Lord Crom. That would probably work, right? Like, I understand it kind of like ruins my whole plan of going Cavalier and getting Cavalier skills and then going Paladin, but I can just delay that for you, right? Where's the alternate timeline where I can save Emerin and S-rank her? Oh, you have good news. Make me want to boot him on my Nintendo PC and have Fates on in the background though? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, seriously, Jimmy, after the stream, let me know. I'll boot it up. I thought a bit more about how to talk to women. Oh, he does want to talk to women. I thought he was just sexist. I mean, like, probably that too, but also... It does rob him of quite a few levels worth of stats. Yeah, but we win Chapter 6 and Chapter 7. Have you considered promote Lissa? Have you considered just winning the next 2 maps? New haircut? You wish. I'm just in a good mood because I feel like it. Reasons are for chumps. Dude, Sully is the GOAT. Look at her go. Wait, isn't she dead? No, she was dead in the other timeline. She's still alive here now, right? Based Sully. Longku has trauma. From women? Who's sexist? Longku? Yeah, Rescue and a Master Seal is apparently nuts. Like, I could garbage his EXP gain for a while. And a concoction. Like, actually, and a concoction, by the way. Saying. We're picking those up. How is Donald doing? About that. His support is that his childhood friend died to a bandit attack. He's just scared of women. What does that have to do about women? I mean, were all the bandits women? I mean, maybe they were. It's like the Plagia or whatever. Wait, is this place Plagia? This place, or well, I mean, I guess this place. No, Donald. No, he freaking died, dude. He died. Hey, nobody died this chapter, by the way. Right? First time that's happened in a while. Monku doesn't exist. Did he die too? What happened to Kellum, actually? I'm pretty sure I did kill Kellum. Or sorry, no, an enemy killed Kellum. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get Rescue and Master Seal, and then I'm gonna go south and get Concoction. Right?
Take your time.
Obviously. Okay, Ferox is what it's called. Okay, is that kingdom to the north is Ferox though, right? Plegia is the desert to the southwest. I'm pointing that way, but for you guys it's that way. But Plegia is the desert to the southwest, right? We're also picking up this concoction because that seems very obviously strong, doesn't it? He attaches to Basilios, who's strong enough, doesn't have to worry. Oh. Picking up the Iron Axe or Iron Bow doesn't seem very urgent. For one, I can just do it, like, here, right? But there was no... Well, I guess, like, the Iron Bow was on discount. Okay, imagine for a sec that I just promoted Crom. And used the Tiki's tier. What race do you play in StarCraft 2? I play random, actually. So play 03. I've heard the mountains to the north are rather impartial. That's how Fair Rocks got its name. Hey! What would I get? Comedy? Yeah, I could hook up the Bronze Lance, get some Lance rank. I mean, Master Seal Crom probably just wins, right? Like, just instantly. The next two maps. It wins the next two maps. But there's that second seal. I mean, think about it. There is that second seal. Great Lord. 19 strength, 17 speed, 21 defense. Fellas. Second seal lowers EXP gain, I think. It increases EXP. You need extra magic on Lissa for the liver rescue. That benchmark was met a long time ago. Long time ago. Here's the thing, Crom promotion wins the next two maps, but probably this Verge of defense is also winning it, right? 5 HP, 4 strength, 2 skill, 2 speed, 3 defense, 3 res, 1 move. I mean, that seems pretty good. Not on the first, second seal, but everyone after that. I think, like, at any point, when you second seal to, like, level 1 basic class, like Cavalier or whatever, right? Like, say I second seal him to level 1 Cavalier. Level 1 Cavalier Crom will be earning EXP slower than level 1 Lord Crom, but he'll be earning EXP faster than level 14 Lord Crom. And then if I second seal him again, once again, his EXP gain compared to the level he just left will go up. But compared to level 1 of any of his previous incarnations, it will be lower. That's my understanding of the formula. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Second sealing from promoted class to promoted class, I think there's some weird math that happens with that one. I'm not sure, though. But I can deliberate what to do. This boost. He'll be roughly earning EXP as level 7 Lord Crown would. Gotcha. If I went to the Renown shop and grabbed that second seal right away. Can we see for the humor list as promoted stats? Not even necessarily the humor. It's actually a pretty good idea to promote. I've heard of worse ideas. This is Sage, 16 magic, 14 speed. This is War Monk. Or War Cleric, rather. He actually instantly becomes a rather good fighting unit. Like, this ain't bad at all. Early Sage Lissa can be legit useful as a combat unit for a while. Except E-rank axes. Yeah, but like, I don't know, just equip a bronze. I could just buy a bronze axe. You know, not too bad. Yeah, 16 magic, 14 speed. This resistance is... Okay, this resistance actually feels kind of low. I understand -1 resistance. Apparently she loses resistance going to Sage. But yeah, this looks kind of useful. Run War Cleric Lissa is just better. I mean, look at that. Freaking 38 bulk and 14 speed. It's actually rather bulky. Sage is the aggressive magic class. Sorcerer is the tanky magic class. I mean, 14 magic, 13 speed. It's like pretty good. All told. Sorry, 16 magic, 14 speed. I'll make this decision later. I'm rather attracted to the Prom Master Seal. Prom Master Seal into just winning the next few maps. 16 magic, 14 speed. Meanwhile, what does Robin have? I'm going to be fair and line up a Robin promotion. 13 magic, 14 speed. I think it would only be fair to look at these promoted stats if we were going to consider that. Right? More defense, to be fair. This is actually a really tanky Robin, kinda, ain't it? Like 32 HP, 13 defense, Grandmaster. This isn't the promotion I would do. That's for sure. That stat balance is hilarious. Yeah, I know. He's even Steven over here. The thing is, like, I already, if I'm just sat here thinking like, oh, all I want to do is just win the next map, I actually already have Tiki's tier for that, right? Like, I could just do Tiki's tier. Jack of all trades, master of none. Yeah. But Master Seal is kind of good. I mean, you look at those stats. Just saying. Any other candidates for early promo? Maybe Mary Bell after a chapter? Mary Bell's a bit far away from it. But, like, I mean, maybe one day. I would probably just, like, promote Lissa and forget about it. I understand Mary Bell promoting to Horse is, like, good. I think had I, like, in the last chapter, had I just made it my one mission to, like, have Mary Bell earn EXP, I probably could have done it. Second Seal Crom is a strong option. I'm gonna be real. Okay, so before I express my grievance with that, Septi, I'm just going to express one thing. I don't think I'm using Renown Shot. So hyperfeed Crom to a high level, and then do this map, the next one, and the other one, and earn that second seal is the suggestion. Or Anna Shop. I could just Anna Shop into a second seal. That's also an option. Just bearing in mind, that's the thing I've just arbitrarily decided I'm too proud to use. I haven't arbitrarily decided I'm too proud to use Anna Shops, right? Sage, this will have a better time in the upcoming desert chapters than Valkyrie Marybell will. That's another consideration. One of your units is in litigation against a Tellius unit. They've made their entire identity based around it too. How long until the next Master Seal? If this is Chapter 6, Chapter 8 drops a second seal and a Master Seal. Which unit? Chapter 7 is another Wyvern map. Prom is proven he doesn't need a promo for that. How many uses of Wormslayer do I got left? 14. Should be plenty. Right? Right? You have to get really playing for Anna Shops like Cameron with an Renown Shop. Yeah. I mean, I can totally understand why some other people would say, like, I'm going to use Renown Shop, but I'm not going to use Anna Shops. It's Pegasite, who is set to sue Mia. Oh, no. I was like, sue it. That's an FP6 unit. That's easy enough to get through all the Wyverns in Chapter 7. Yeah. I don't know if it's the Wyverns plus whatever other enemies, like, accidentally attack me in the meantime, but probably enough. Right? I mean, the thing is I won't even need it against all of them. Against some of them, I can surely afford to just, like, use the Falchion or the Killing Edge, right? Surely. You know, it's not as though I need to use Wormslayer for every single one of them. Yeah, he's close to just reaching the Falchion anyway. Only 2 more pre-time skip maps with lots of Wyverns, right? 7... 9. I think there's a few on 11. But mostly 7 and 9. 10 and 11 have them too. Oh yeah, 10 actually has quite a fair number of wyverns. By that point, I'm pretty sure I could just vouch in them. Alyssa does get to attack things if she promotes. True. I think what I'll do is on the next stream, like here's the thing, I don't even have to make this decision until I enter preps, right? So I'll just wait until I enter preps. But I'll do that next stream. I'm not gonna begin any preps now. Like there's no point like making it here and then looking at the enemies, right? Like how about we go into the map, look at the enemies, and then decide what to do? That seems like the smarter way to go about it. But I don't want to open up the preps until next stream anyway, and I gotta go. And stop playing Crom all the time does sound very strong, true. Chapter 10 Thief that drops a fresh worms. Wait, really? Just drops a worms layer? Yeah, give me that. For sure. But I gotta go. Let's find someone to raid. I think Septi could reasonably talk me out of the second Seal Crom thing. Or the Master Seal Crom play. Septi seems very enamored with the promote Lissa, and I think it's for more than just, you know, being a Lissa fan. Although there's worse things to be in life than a Lissa fan, to be sure. Who am I raiding? Actually, I'm on my freaking other Twitch account right now, so someone else will need. Thanks for stream. See ya, see ya. That's right. I actually need a suggestion for a raid here. There is a VTuber playing. And they're streaming in English. That sounds like fun. They have a level 10 Muriel. I would agree with Master Seal Lissa and Second Seal Crom whenever that happens. Okay. I've never rated this person before, but probably they're cool. You guys were an excellent audience. Please be an equally excellent audience when you show up to their stream. You've been awesome. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll probably be streaming some 3 Houses tomorrow. You know, I streamed Awakening 3 days in a row. Let's stream some 3 Houses again. But yeah, that's my Discord server. Join it. I don't know what else to say. I'll actually probably like be in the Discord server in a voice call like very shortly. So I'll see you all later. See ya. Bye-bye.
That works. Perfect. Oh my goodness. Original Raisins, hello.